You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quackerjack, the 7-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one flag away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch! Adam Bailey makes the catch! And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at PeoplesBank Park in York, Pennsylvania. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it is the rubber game of a 3-game series and the final game of a 6-game road trip for the Ducks as they take on the York Revolution. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thank you so much for tuning in here once again on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, whether you're joining us live via Facebook.com/LIDucks, YouTube.com/DucksBaseball, or at LIDucks.com. Ducks are going to look to bounce back and take 2 of 3 in this series with a win tonight after falling in the middle game of this series last night. They had won it 10-7 in a total of 10 innings here on Monday evening, but last night the Revolution came back with a dominant 11-2 victory And as we go through the highlights from the game yesterday, it started out as a great pitcher's duel between Rafael Perez and Frank Gailey, who were matching up against each other for the third time this season. Both sides held up zeros over the first 4 innings of play, and the Ducks also went scoreless in the top half of the 5th inning. So through the first half of the game, it was 0-0 between the Ducks and the Revolution, but boy did that change in the bottom of the 5th inning. Perez allowed 1-out singles to Ryan Dent and Travis Witherspoon. That brought up Alonzo Harris to the plate, and he crushed a 3-run home run over the arch nemesis in left, his 13th home run of the season, which temporarily gave him the team lead in homers, and it gave York a 3-0 lead. Alexi Casilla followed, reaching on an error by Giovanni Alfonso at third, and that set the stage for Isaiah Tejeda, who socked a 2-run home run the opposite way over the right field wall. And just like that, it was 5-0 York after 5 innings of play. Ducks try to come back in the 6th inning. Giovanni Alfonso doubled to lead off the inning, and up to the plate stepped Dan Lyons. From the stretch, here comes the pitch. Lyons will swing and hit a drive to left. That's hit well. Back to the wall goes Verona. He turns and looks up, and you can forget it. It's a 2-run home run over the left field wall for Dan Lyons, his 5th home run of the season. He continues his hot hitting in the series. The Ducks get to within 3, and they have closed to within 5-2 here in the 6th inning. So a 2-run home run for Dan Lyons makes it 5-2, and then after a pair of groundouts, Jordan Pacheco and Mark Kraus drew back-to-back 2-out walks against Gailey. That would take the left-hander out of the game as Mark Mason went to another lefty. Chase Hutchinson out of the bullpen to face left-hander Angelo Sanco, who was representing the tying run. He got Sanco to pop up foul to end the threat, and it kept the game 5-2, and then York would put the game away by sending 10 men to the plate in the 7th inning against at first Zach Treese, who allowed hits to 2 of the first 3 batters, and then Patrick Kreider, who came in and faced 6 batters, could not record an out. He allowed 4 hits and an error along with a walk. Ultimately in the inning, RBI singles from Michael Burgess, Luis Cruz, and Carlos Triunfel, an RBI double from Ryan Dent as well. And the inning would have been more if not for a great play by Elmer Reyes to retire the final 2 batters. First pitch here to Alonzo Harris. A swung on and popped up in the air to shallow right center. Going to be a tough play. Reyes going out. Cleary Jr. coming in. Reyes an over the shoulder catch. They throw to second and they got him. Oh, what a play by Elmer Reyes. Over the shoulder, making the grab in shallow right center and throwing back to second for the double play. And on one pitch, Lynon finds a way to get out of trouble here in the inning. So the double play, 4-6. A great play by Reyes that kept York from extending the lead even further. But Long Island got single hits over the 8th and 9th inning. That was it. And the Revolution come up with an 11-2 win. They out-hit the Ducks 17-5 in the game. Frank Gailey, the winner, improves to 9-7, and Rafael Perez, the loser, he falls to 6-7 in a game that took 3 hours and 5 minutes in front of 2,526 here at PeoplesBank Park. We'll take a break. When we come back, I'll sit down with Ducks shortstop Dan Lyons, who has been red hot in the series. He's got 3 extra base hits and 5 RBIs in the 2 games for the Flock.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Getting ready to go here tonight in game number 3 of this 3-game series, Ducks and the Revolution. It's the rubber game of the series. Dan Lyons has gotten off to a great start in this series. He has 4 hits and 7 at-bats during the series. including 2 doubles, a homer. He has driven in a total of 5 RBIs and has scored 4 runs. I caught up with the Ducks shortstop before tonight's ball game. Well, Dan, you guys have been continuing this win-loss trend every other game over the course of a little over 2 weeks now. What is it going to take for you guys to kind of buck that trend and piece together a couple wins in a row?
I think we just have to play, complete games. We've had some leads, late in games and haven't been able to hold on. I think we just have to dig down deep and just hold on to these games.
Last night, notwithstanding, you guys have hit the ball much better of late, really, over the last week. It's been a consistent thing. Top to bottom, guys are producing in the order. What do you think has kind of changed over the course of the last week that's allowed the offense to get more hits and produce more runs?
I'm not sure. Maybe we're just a little more comfortable. I'm not sure exactly what I could pinpoint to really give a reason why we're hitting a lot better, but hitting's contagious, and I think we get a few guys on and we get a couple rallies going, and then people kind of get a little more excited to step up to the plate.
You've certainly been locked in this series. You had 2 doubles here, 3 hits on Monday night, and a 2-run home run yesterday. Have you been particularly seeing the ball much better of late, or has it just been kind of this series, especially, that you're noticing the pitches better and putting good swings on it?
Well, I've been feeling pretty good for a while now. I think it's just making good contact the last couple days. Even the balls that I got out on yesterday were well hit, and I think it's just staying short, just trying to make sure that I see the ball well, and I have been able to see the ball well and put a good swing on it.
Last night was the one time really over the last week where the offense wasn't putting up big numbers in terms of runs and hits. What was Frank Gailey doing, the starter, yesterday, to keep the lineup off balance and give his team the chance to get that early lead, which they did in the 5th inning?
I think he does a really good job of keeping hitters off balance. He uses off-speed pitches a lot, and I think especially early in the game at this park, it's a little tough to see. So, a combination of that might have played into it. But he just mixed up pitches a lot, and he's able to keep hitters off balance and make guys chase pitches out of the zone.
This is a York team that really struggled in the first half. You guys won all 4 games against them here way back in May, but obviously they've gotten off to a good start in the second half, and they really are hitting the ball especially well of late. How tough is it when you look across the way and see the lineup the way they're producing to go up and face those guys, and what do the pitchers need to do to find a way to keep those guys off the scoreboard?
Well, it's tough looking across and seeing their lineup. Even early in the year when we got the best of them, I felt like their lineup was really good, but I think our pitchers, we just got to throw strikes, got to put them in a position where, the pressure's on them, and then try to keep them off balance, and just trust that, the defense is going to play well behind them.
Early in the year, obviously, the pitching staff was kind of leading the way for this team, and lately, you mentioned earlier a couple of those blown leads, and it's been a couple different guys in the bullpen on a night-by-night basis, but you've seen them all when they've been doing really well. So looking what they've done over this past week and looking what they've done previously, what do you think they need to do to get back to being able to secure those leads late?
I think it's just making sure we don't walk people. I think it's true for most pitchers. If you don't walk people, you're going to be successful. I think that's the key to, especially when we get leads. The pressure's on the hitters, and when we get that first strike across the board, the pressure starts to build. So I think that's the main thing, just getting strike one and working from there. But limiting the walks is a huge factor.
And finally, one of your good buddies on this team, Delta Cleary Jr., got his 1,000th hit here on Monday night. How excited were you to see that accomplishment for him and seeing what he's been doing over the course of 3 seasons now with the Ducks?
Well, he's been very good for us over the past few years. Very happy for him. It's certainly is a huge accomplishment. And I know all of us in the clubhouse are really proud.
All right, thanks so much, Dan. Best of luck tonight in the rubber game of the series.
All right, thank you, Mike.
That is Ducks shortstop Dan Lyons as he gets set for the final game of this 6-game road trip for the Ducks. It's the rubber game of a 3-game series as the Long Island Ducks and New York Revolution get set to do battle. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game, and then we've got the starting lineups in the first pitch from PeoplesBank Park.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. York Revolution have just taken the field here in York, Pennsylvania, and that means we are just about set for baseball, getting closer and closer. Before we break down the pitching matchup for tonight's game and look at the starting lineups for both sides, here's our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
That was Tiffany Gowan with our national anthem here tonight at PeoplesBank Park. All right, the pitching matchup for tonight's game. Ducks will send right-hander Alfredo Simon to the mound. The former Major League All-Star will have been making his first start since July the 6th. He has pitched 3 times in relief since that point, and overall in 8 games this year, 5 of which are starts. He is 1-2 with a 5.22 ERA, but comes into tonight having allowed just 1 earned run over his last 3 outings and scoreless in his last 7 innings. He pitched 4 innings of relief and picked up the save Saturday up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Meanwhile, right-hander Steve Janis will go for the Revolution. He comes in at 2-5 with a 4.73 ERA in 18 starts this year, and he got the win his last time out, and that was last Friday in New Britain when he picked up the win with 5 innings of 1-run ball, allowed 5 hits and 3 walks, striking out none. Starting lineups for tonight's game for the Ducks. Quentin Berry is back in action. He will lead things off and play left field for the Ducks tonight. Delta Cleary Jr. bats in the number 2 spot and plays center field. Jordan Pacheco will do the catching. He will hit third. And in the cleanup spot playing right field tonight is Mark Krause. Angelo Sacco at first base will hit in the 5 spot. Ruben Gotay bats 6th. He will play third base. Elmer Reyes moves down to the number 7 spot in the order and plays second. Giovanni Alfonso will get the half day as the DH. He bats 8th. And rounding out the order for the Ducks, the shortstop, and that is Dan Lyons. For the York Revolution, Alonzo Harris will lead things off. He is the center fielder. Alexi Casilla bats second. He will play second base. And hitting third doing the catching tonight is Isaiah Tejeda. Michael Burgess bats in the cleanup spot. He is the designated hitter. Telvin Nash back into the lineup after missing yesterday's game. He is at first base, hitting 5th. Jared Mitchell, the right fielder, will bat 6th tonight for York. Dyron Verona will bat 7th and play left field. The 8 hitter and third baseman is Carlos Trienfeld. And rounding out the order for the Revolution, the shortstop, and that is Ryan Dent. York comes into the game at 14-11 here in the second half, 42-53 overall. They're 2 games in back of Lancaster for first place in the Freedom Division. Ducks are 11-13 here in the second half, 47-47 overall, and they are currently 2 games behind the Bridgeport Bluefish, who lost in Southern Maryland earlier today. We are ready to go. Quentin Berry at the plate, Steve Janis on the mound. The first pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1, and we're underway at about 6:34 p.m. here at PeoplesBank Park. Michael Pollock here bringing you all the action. Thank you so much for tuning in on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. 1 in the 0-1. Berry is swinging a pop-up down the left field line. Long run for Carlos Trienfeld. He'll watch that sail into the seats. And that is out of play. 0-2 the count on Berry. Boy, I'll tell you what, about 4 hours ago, it was a monsoon here at PeoplesBank Park, and I wasn't even sure if they'd be able to play with the way the field looked. When the rain was falling, this field flooded in about, I'd say, 20 minutes, no more than that, with how much rain fell. The 0-2, and Berry takes a fastball high, 1-2. An absolutely torrential downpour, some severe thunder and lightning in the area. But that passed through in about 45 minutes to an hour, and the field looks great. So kudos to the Revolution grounds crew for the work they did. As Berry smacks one foul, third base side into the seats. Hopefully everybody is okay. A very late swing by Berry, and it goes into the crowd. But the grounds crew did a great job on the warning track and on the field. There was a lot of standing water around by home plate and out in center field and right field. And you can't even tell that it rained here today with the work that they did. Plus the drainage here is very good. Another fastball misses upstairs to Berry, who has now worked the count even at 2-2. Now the sun is shining, almost no clouds in the sky, just some very light, thin ones off in the distance beyond the right field stands. And it looks great out right now. 2-2, popped foul again, third base side. Good at bat here for Quentin Berry, fighting off some tough pitches and working the count against Steve Janis. Berry comes in hitting 173, no homers, 2 runs batted in. Day-to-day with a quad strain that caused him to miss the last game in Bridgeport and the first 2 games here. But he is back in the lineup and feeling much better. 2-2, swinging a line drive to right center field. That's going to be a base hit for Quentin Berry. The center fielder Harris over to cut it off. That's going to hold Berry to a single. But welcome back to the lineup, Quentin Berry, as he leads off this ball game with a base hit. So the speedy Berry is on, although again with that quad strain that he suffered, I'm not sure he's going to really be running too much tonight in terms of trying to steal bases and stretch singles into doubles. But the Ducks get him on. Here is Delta Cleary Jr., the switch-hitting center fielder, batting from the left side. We often see him bunt in these situations. And let's see if he tries to sacrifice Berry over. Does square, bunts it. Out in front of home plate to the first base side. Tejeda will pick it up and throw to first for the out. Sacrifice successful for Delta Cleary Jr., his 9th sacrifice bunt of the year. Put out goes 2-3, and Berry to second, 1 away. Cleary Jr. coming in at .252 this year, 2 homers, 27 runs batted in. Runner in scoring position with 1 out, and that will bring Jordan Pacheco to the plate. Kevin Baez has said many times before that he leaves it up to his hitters, especially early in the game, to determine whether or not they want to lay down the sacrifice and move the runner over or swing away. He will usually not call for sacrifice bunts until the situation asks for it late in a game. Here's Jordan Pacheco. First pitch to him is a slider that misses outside for ball 1. Pacheco enters at .271, 3 homers, 20 runs batted in, doing the catching tonight, after getting the half day as the DH yesterday. Berry takes his lead off second. The second baseman Casillas shaded up the middle, so a big hole on the right side for Pacheco. Janis is 1-0. Pacheco takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Wind is blowing from right to left here. Not a very stiff breeze, but a light breeze blowing from right to left. Light's not on yet as the sun sets beyond the third base stands. Home plate and the third base line are in the shadows, but everything else still in the sun except for the left field corner. 1-1. Pacheco fists one out to the right side of the infield. Grabbed there by Nash. Flips to the pitcher, Janis, covering in time for the out. Moving to third base on the ground out is Quentin Berry. So a 3-1 ground out off the mound of Pacheco. Berry moves to third. And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the right fielder, Mark Krause.
Now batting the right fielder, number 34, Mark Krause.
Well, Krause had his 16-game hitting streak come to an end yesterday as he went over 3 with a walk at the plate, but the walk did extend his on-base streak to 17 consecutive games. And if he reaches base tonight, it would be the longest on-base streak by a Duck. And he'd have the longest hitting streak and the longest on-base streak by a Duck. He's currently tied with Ruben Gotay for the longest on-base streak. First pitch here to Mark Krause. Takes the fastball that just misses low and in. And the count goes to 1-0. Krause comes in at .294 on the season, 14 home runs, 54 runs batted in. Lefty batter against the righty pitcher. Ducks have 3 lefties and 2 switch hitters in the lineup, 4 right-handed hitters. 1-0. And that's taken outside. Snap throw to third. And Berry dives back safely before the tag from Trienfeld. So now Krause ahead in the count at 2-0. And Tejeda trying to see if he could sneak a throw down to third base and get Berry for the final out of the inning. Berry was dancing well off the third base bag. Tejeda back behind the plate tonight after playing first base yesterday. 2-0. Krause takes all the way. That misses the inside corner. Another close pitch from Janis, but did not get the call. So 3-0 here on Krause. And if he reaches, that'll pass the baton along to Angelo Sanco. From the stretch, here's the 3-0. Krause takes all the way, and the breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Janis making his 19th start of the season for the Revolution and comes in at 2-5 with a 4.73 ERA. Has had mixed results against the Ducks this year. 3-1. Krause swings a line drive up the middle into center field, base hit. Berry's going to trot in from third base with the game's opening run. It's a 2-out RBI single for Mark Krause, who extends his on-base streak to 18 consecutive games, and the Ducks lead it 1-0. Krause worked the count into his favor, got a good hitter's count, and lined a bullet back up the middle. RBI number 55, which leads the team for Krause. Berry scores his 5th run of the year. And the Ducks take the early advantage as they manufacture the run. Single, sac bunt, ground out, RBI single. And that is how the Ducks get the early lead. Now Angelo Sanco to the bat from the left side. First pitch, and he takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1 from Janis. Sanco comes in hitting .263 on the season. He's got 19 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Janis gets the sign. And the 0-1. Big looping breaking ball that misses upstairs. Never broke back enough to get over the plate. So 1-1 here on Sanco. Just like they did here 2 nights ago, the Ducks got a run in the first inning to take the first lead of the game. 1-1. Way out in front of the off-speed pitch that time was Sanco. He swings and misses. So Janis jumps ahead in the count at 1-2, and now a strike 3 away from avoiding any further trouble. Ducks offense was red hot. They had scored 6 or more runs in 5 straight games before last night. Off to a good start here tonight. 1-2. Sanco lifts one in the air, foul third base side, chasing the high fastball. Fights it off, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Ducks have done a good job here in the early going, working the pitch count of Janis. Another 1-2. Sanco lays off this breaking ball that misses down in the dirt. That was the 21st pitch of this inning from Janis. And evens the count up at 2-2. Sanco, meanwhile, comes in having hit safely in 10 consecutive games. He had a base hit last night for Long Island. So 10 in a row Sanco's hit after getting off to the slow start following the All-Star break. 2-2. Fastball runs inside under the hands of Sanco. So now the count full, which means Krause will get the head start from first. That'll get him moving, so that way if Sanco gets a double, a little bit easier for Krause to score on it than if he had to try and score from first without moving on the pitch. Janis comes set. There goes Krause to 3-2. Sanco swings and hits a ground ball weakly to second base. Casilla moves in, fields, and throws to first in time for the out, and that'll end the inning. But the Ducks take the early lead. They get a run on 2 hits. No errors. They leave 1 on base, and after a half inning, It's the Ducks 1 and the Revolution coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment that you need it. We knew that cannon was about to be fired, so that's why we paused there. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Well, if you have never been here to PeoplesBank Park, and I'm sure some of the folks who are tuning in tonight have not, obviously the team name, the York Revolution, very famous for the Revolutionary War history around this part of the country, and one of the famous icons of the ballpark here is Cannonball Charlie, who sits out on the lawn seating area in right center, and he has a relic cannon that he fires at certain occasions during the course of the game, one being the first time the Revolution come to the plate, which is in the bottom half of the first inning, as well as for every York Revolution home run, and after the final out if the Revolution do pick up the victory. So, that is why you heard the cannon there, while you may hear it at other points during the course of the game. The Ducks obviously hoping that's the only time that you'll hear it tonight, if they can keep the Revolution inside the ballpark and if Long Island can come away with the victory. So as we go to the bottom of the first, Alonzo Harris will lead things off against Alfredo Simon, whose first pitch is fouled straight back to the screen, and the count 0-1. Harris, the leadoff hitter in the lineup for York. He plays center field tonight, started at second base here 2 nights ago, in right field yesterday, and now moves to center tonight. Simon's 0-1, and this one going to ground it to the left side of the infield through the hole for a base hit. So Alonzo Harris finds the open hole on the left side in between the shortstop lines and the third base go tie. And Harris on to begin the bottom half of inning number 1. Came into the game hitting .331 with 13 homers and 40 runs batted in. So with Harris on, that'll bring up Alexi Casilla to the plate, the switch hitting second baseman who will bat from the left side. Simon will now have to work out of the stretch. And Harris with good speed over there at first, being held on by Sanko. First pitch from Simon, bunted out in front of home plate. Simon will barehand and throw on a first base, almost threw it right into the runner, but Sanko makes the play. So the sacrifice successful, much like Delta Cleary Jr. did in the top half of the inning. Put out will go 1-3, and down to second base goes Harris. Fifth sacrifice bunt for Alexi Casilla. So, with one away and a runner at second base, here is Isaiah Tejeda, the catcher, hitting in the number 3 spot. So, Revolution team that has absolutely been swinging a very strong bat of late. Between power and just overall their batting average, they are hitting a ton out of the baseball late, hitting .331 in their last 10 games, coming in .344 in their last 5. First pitch on the way, and Tejeda takes a fastball down and in for ball 1. In fact, York has also combined to score 18 runs in the 2 games of this series. The Ducks have 12 runs. in the 2 games, so not too shabby for Long Island either. But York has been swinging a good bat. And these teams have split the first 2 games of the series. Long Island trying to end the road trip with a win in the game and in the series. Pitch on the way, and this is inside. It goes off of the glove of Pacheco and caroms off to the third base side. So that is ball 2, and down to third base goes Harris on what I believe will be a pass ball. Indeed, it will be. I don't know if that was a cross up there between Simon and Pacheco, but it looked like Pacheco maybe was thinking fastball, and Simon threw a breaking ball over the inner half and knocked off the glove of Pacheco and caromed to the third base side of the plate. So now a fly ball could get Harrison, and should with his speed. Meanwhile, it's a 2-0 count on a dangerous hitter in Tejeda, who has a .318 batting average, 13 homers, and a team-high 57 runs batted in. Now time is called at home plate. Simon was looking in for the sign. Right-hander comes set. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball that time from Simon, and he got Tejeda to fish down into the zone. So now the count 2-1. Harris, the runner at third base, 18 steals in 25 attempts this year. Doubt he'll try and steal home, but always a possibility. Simon gets the sign from Pacheco. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Tejeda swinging a foul tip at home plate out in front of the breaking ball. Just caught a little piece of it. And so now the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Tejeda tries to retire Isaiah Tejeda for the second out of the inning, with Michael Burgess waiting in the on-deck circle. Second baseman Elmer Reyes shaded towards the middle. Sanko well off the bag at first base. 2-2 delivery, and Tejeda swinging a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase the fastball up in the zone. First strikeout of the night for Alfredo Simon. There's the second out of the inning. Now that will leave it up to Michael Burgess. Defensively tonight for the Ducks, Quentin Berry starts out in left field. The center fielder for Long Island is Delta Cleary Jr., and around in right is Mark Krause. On the infield from left to right, you have Ruben Gotay at third base. Dan Lyons is the shortstop. Second baseman Elmer Reyes and Angelo Sanko at first. Burgess swings first pitch, pops it foul. Third base side, well out of play. And the count goes to 0-1. Jordan Pacheco doing the catching behind home plate with Alfredo Simon on the mound. Burgess hitting .282 coming into play tonight. 12 home runs, 46 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch coming up from Simon. Kicks and delivers to the plate, and Burgess takes the fastball down and in. Would not go after that one. And that evens things up at 1-1. 1-0, Long Island leads it on a Mark Krause RBI single. We play in the bottom half of inning number 1. 2 down, and Alonzo Harris at third after leading off the inning with a single. Moved to second on a sacrifice bunt and to third on a pass ball. 1-1. Burgess swings and taps this one foul off to the third base side. Now Alfredo Simon is strike 3 away from a scoreless bottom half of the first inning. This is Simon's 6th start of the year. His 9th appearance overall, has a 1-2 record and a 5.22 ERA, and also a save. He has pitched in relief his last 3 outings, including a 4-inning relief appearance on Saturday up in Bridgeport in relief of John Brownell, and that's why he got the save. If you're a reliever, you go 3 or more innings and finish off the game. To seal a win, you'll get credit for a save. Time called here. Simon was taking a while looking for the sign from Pacheco. Simon is ready to go now. Here's the 1-2 to Michael Burgess, and this swung on and missed, strike 3. Simon got him to chase downstairs. Alfredo Simon with back-to-back strikeouts of Isaiah Tejeda and Michael Burgess, and he strands Alonzo Harris at third. 6 times this year Simon has started and pitched a scoreless first inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left at third base. We have played one here at PeoplesBank Park. Ducks 1 and the Revolution 0.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Nice work by Alfredo Simon as he strikes out Isaiah Tejeda and Michael Burgess with a runner in third and one out in the bottom half, of the first inning. So we go to the second. The Ducks still in front 1-0. Ruben Gotay will lead things off, and as we go to the second, it is time for the Ducks Health Report, and that is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. So Gotay will dig in to begin this second inning against Steve Janis. First pitch to him is a fastball up and away for ball one. Good news is that Quentin Berry is back in the lineup. Again, he had been day-to-day with a quad strain, but back in there playing in left field tonight for Long Island. And Gotay takes another pitch out of the zone, this time low. And so he's in front 2-0 on Janis. Anthony Vega remains day-to-day with a facial contusion that he suffered up in Bridgeport on Saturday. He's out on the inactive list. 2-0 is a fastball strike in the outside corner, 2-1. Lou Ford still out day-to-day as he recovers from tightness in his hamstring. But otherwise, the Ducks are a healthy bunch. 2-1. Ripped in the air to right field by Gotay. Moving in is Jared Mitchell, though, to make the catch. Gotay hit the ball hard, but Mitchell is there, and Gotay retired for the first out here in inning number 2. Kevin Byers, though, did say he is down a few relievers tonight from work of late. So he said no David Ortsman tonight, meaning Amalio Diaz will be the closer for Long Island. Patrick Kreider has pitched 3 days in a row, so he is unavailable. Yuri De La Rosa, lefty, also unavailable for Long Island tonight, as are possibly Rob Rogers and Zach Treese. Had not given confirmation on those yet. Fouled back behind the plate, and the count 0-1 on Elmer Reyes, who comes in hitting .288 on the season. Now time called as Janis was about ready to start his delivery. 3 homers, 37 RBIs for Reyes. And the 0-1. Breaking ball misses the inside corner this time to even up the count. The good news for the Revolution is that Telvin Nash is back in the lineup and at first base today for York. Fastball upstairs, ball 2 to Reyes. Nash took a hard fastball from Amalio Diaz to the hand. I believe it was his right hand on Monday night here in the 9th inning. 2-1 fisted foul, first base side. Nash gives it a look, but this will go back into the first row behind the Revolution dugout. And the count 2-2. The way it sounded through our crowd microphone here was that it could have been way worse for Telvin Nash. The good thing was it was just a bruise and back in the lineup today. 2-2. Ripped in the air to left field by Reyes. Long run in for the left fielder, Dyron Verona. He'll make the catch. 2 good solid pieces of contact from Gotay and Reyes. Unfortunately, they both go right to the corner outfielders. Gotay to right, Reyes to left, and with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to Giovanni Alfonso. The Revolution are a healthy bunch. In fact, they also have 4 position players available off the bench. First pitch to Alfonso is a ground ball to third base. Couple of hops for Carlos Triunfel. Throws across the diamond in time for the out. Alfonso retired on 1 pitch, and the Ducks retired in order in the second. To the bottom half of the second inning we go. Long Island still in front 1-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. 1-0 Long Island leads it as we move to the bottom half of the second inning. Revolution will be setting up their 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Telvin Nash, Jared Mitchell, and Dyron Verona, against Alfredo Simon, who makes his 6th start of the season. So here is Nash to the plate. And again, missed yesterday's game after getting hit on the hand here Monday night on a 9th inning fastball from Amalio Diaz. You never want to see anybody get hurt, especially on a hit-by-pitch and errant throw. Amalio Diaz obviously had no intention of hitting Nash there in a tie ball game in the 9th. First pitch here, a swing and a miss. Good fastball from Alfredo Simon, clocked at 92 on the scoreboard and right. And the count 0-1. And so good news for the Revolution that Nash is back in, as he's gotten off to a red-hot start after rejoining the team. Began the year in the White Sox organization after he had his contract purchased by Chicago last year. 0-1, popped up, foul, first base side. Sanko racing over towards the stands, but he's going to run out of room this way back. And so 0-2 here on Telvin Nash. And thus far with York, he's 9 of 27 at .333 average with 3 home runs and 6 runs batted in. Had a 3-run blast in the first inning off of Matt Larkins here on Monday night. Turn a 1-0 deficit into a 3-1 lead. 0-2 now from Simon. Kicks and fires, and Nash will take a breaking ball low. Simon has had a good breaking ball working here in the early going and try to get him to chase. Nash would not do so. So it is 1-2. Reyes, the second baseman, shaded a little bit towards the middle. Not too much, though. Simon gets the sign from Pacheco. And now the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a half swing. They appeal to first. And a swing, says Brian DeBrouwer, the first base umpire, for strike 3. Telvin Nash didn't like the call. He thought he did not go around. But indeed, that is strike 3. And Nash now waving his left finger right at Brian DeBrouwer as he walks back to the dugout. And DeBrouwer shaking his hand back at him as if to say, don't start. So 3 straight strikeouts for Alfredo Simon. And there's one away. Just are joining us in this series Monday night. There were arguments on both sides with home plate umpire Brian DeBrouwer about balls and strike calls, and eventually John Brownell, who was arguing from the Ducks dugout, got ejected from the game by DeBrouwer. Got into a heated exchange on the field. Jared Mitchell takes the first pitch fastball at the knees for strike 1 right over the inside corner. Yesterday things were much calmer on the two sides, but Nash did not agree with that half swing there. Thought he was able to hold up DeBrouwer said otherwise. So 0-1 here on Mitchell. Comes in hitting .292. And takes a breaking ball on the outside corner. Another strike from Simon, who's ahead 0-2. Mitchell has 7 home runs, 33 runs batted in on the season. He is one of 2 lefties in the lineup, along with Michael Burgess and Alexi Casilla, a switch hitter. Everybody else righty hitters. And Simon's done much better against left-handers this year than right-handers when you break down the numbers. 0-2 delivery, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. As Alfredo Simon gets Mitchell to chase, make it 4 straight strikeouts for Simon. Quickly 2 away for the Revolution here in the bottom of the second inning. You look at the numbers this year, Simon against left-handed batters, lefties hitting just 171 against him, right-handers meanwhile hitting 295. And Simon really has been improving through each start, and each appearance that he's made looked very good out of the bullpen for Long Island. First pitch here, a swing and a miss, good fastball up in the zone, and Verona cuts through it, 0-1. Tyron Verona at .266 on the year, 1 home run, 18 runs batted in. Simon gets the sign from Pacheco. And now the 0-1. Fastball this time misses downstairs. And that will even the count up at 1-1. So after allowing the single to begin the bottom of the first, a sac bunt and 4 straight strikeouts have followed for Simon. All 4 strikeouts swinging, the 1-1. Breaking ball, that drops in for a strike. That one totally had Verona fooled. He thought that was coming up and in, started to bail out, and the ball just broke back right over the plate. And Simon now a strike 3 away from striking out the side here in the second inning. 1-2 pitch upcoming from the former major leaguer. Simon kicks, fires to the plate. Verona swinging a line drive in a right center. Delta Cleary Jr. moving to his left will make the running catch. And the side retired. So Alfredo Simon retires the side in order on 2 strikeouts and a line out to center. It's another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning with energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island. Saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. To the third we go. Ducks 1, Revolution nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Third inning coming up here at PeoplesBank Park. The Long Island Ducks lead the York Revolution 1-0. Just had a mascot tug of war on the field. Today is Revolution mascot Downtown's birthday party here at the ballpark. And Downtown just took on about 10 other mascots, including mascots I see from Temple University and the Reading Royals and the Hershey Bears, some hockey teams in there. And somehow Downtown won despite facing 10 other mascots. I'm not sure how that was even possible, but clearly shows his incredible strength. We go to the third. Dan Lyons to lead off, and the first pitch is taken for a strike from Steve Janis. And the count 0-1. Ducks have a 1-0 lead. Alfredo Simon has thrown 2 scoreless innings, striking out 4 thus far for the Flock. And the 0-1, Lions are swinging a tapper foul back behind the plate. And that'll run the count 2-0 and 2. Lyons comes in for Long Island with a .247 batting average on the season. He's got 5 home runs and 27 runs batted in. 0-2, big breaking ball. That misses up high. And now it is 1-2 on Lyons, and he was our guest on the pregame show. We talked about all of what he has done in this series. 4 hits and 7 at-bats with 5 RBIs, including 3 extra base hits. And here he lines one to the left side and threw a base hit. Might have broken his bat, but he gets the single. And Dan Lyons continues his hot hitting of late. He's got a leadoff base hit. So the leadoff man is on, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter in the Ducks lineup, Quentin Berry, who bats from the left side. Picked up a single his first time up. Lyons has now reached base safely in 7 straight games, hitting .318 in his last 6 coming in, and he fouls one off to the third base side out of play. And the count 0-1. Berry singled up the middle after a good at-bat to begin the ballgame, fought off several tough 2-strike pitches for foul balls, and then got the base hit. Throw over to first, chases Lyons back, nearly thrown away by Janis. Berry then eventually scored on the 2-out RBI single by Mark Krause. 0-1. Berry a slash up the third baseline fair, just under the glove of Carlos Trienfel. Lyons around second, he'll make his way to third. Berry is going to stop at first. The throw got past the third base from Trienfel, but right to home plate where Tejeda was. Back-to-back singles for Long Island, and they are set up with runners at the corners and nobody out. So Quentin Berry with his second hit of the ball game, 4th hit for Long Island. And Lyons goes from corner to corner on the base hit by Berry, and that'll bring Delta Cleary Jr. up to the plate. So welcome back, Quentin Berry. He doesn't look like he's missed a beat, despite missing the first 2 games of this series with a quad strain. He's picked up 2 hits thus far off Janis. Now he goes for second. Pitch is taken low. The throw down to second base, not in time. Steve Janis did not like the call there. He thought that was a strike and was arguing with the home plate umpire. But Berry in there with a stolen base, and I had said earlier, I'm not sure if Berry would really be stealing too much considering he had hurt his quad before the series, but he's got his 8th stolen base in 9 attempts, and now runners at second and third with nobody out for Long Island. 1-0 to Cleary Jr., and this pitch is popped up in the air to shallow left. That's not going to be deep enough to get the run home. The shortstop, Brian Dent, will make the catch, and the runners have to hold, so Cleary Jr. cannot get the job done as he pops out to the shortstop at shallow left. 1 away, and that will bring up Jordan Pacheco.
Now batting catcher number 15, Jordan Pacheco.
So Cleary Jr. is now 0 for 1 in this game. He had laid down a sac bunt his first time up. Pacheco digs in from the right side. Janis looks in for the sign. Corner infielders are about halfway, middle infield back. And the first pitch to Pacheco is a fastball taken inside, came close to that left hand, but did miss, and they count 1-0. Pacheco a ground out to first his first time up to the plate. Extended his on-base streak last night by drawing a walk. He was 0 for 3 with a walk, which came in the 6th inning. Here he takes a fastball that misses outside. And now Jordan Pacheco in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count. Coming into tonight's action, Pacheco has reached base safely in 14 consecutive games, 17 of his last 18, and he's batting .377 in his last 18 games. So he has been red hot, and that's why he's been in the number 3 spot of the order. Here he hits a ground ball weakly to short. Should be enough to get the run home. Dent fields the off-balance throw to first, is in time for the out. Scoring, though, from third on the play is Dan Lyons. It's an RBI ground out for Jordan Pacheco, and the Ducks lead it 2-0. So Pacheco picks up RBI number 21 on the season. Lyons scores from third, his 33rd run of the year. A productive out there for Long Island. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to Mark Krause. So Krause with his base hit back in the first inning. Now has the longest on-base streak by a Duck this year at 18 straight games. He has also now hit safely in 17 of his last 18. They're trying to drive in another run here with Berry at second and 2 down. First pitch, and Krause swings and fouls it straight back to the backstop. Good swing as Krause was ready to hack first pitch from Janis. And once again, the count is 0-1 on Krause. Krause has gotten multiple hits in 7 of his last 10 games, 9 times during his on-base streak coming in. And here he rips one up the first baseline, just foul. Hit that ball hard right towards the first base bag, and last second took a right turn just into foul territory. So Krause, who frustrated at the plate, thought that he would have had an RBI double there. We'll have to see now an 0-2 pitch from Janis, who was trying to escape this first and third jam by allowing just 1 run. Ducks lead at 2-0 as we play in the top half of the third inning. Janis gets the sign and comes set. And the 0-2. Breaking ball tapped weakly out back to the mound. Janis will pick it up, race to the bag, and flip it to Telvin Nash for the final out of the inning. But the Ducks tack on another run. They pick up a run on 2 hits in the frame, no errors, and 1 runner left on base for Long Island. 2.5 innings in the books, and the Ducks lead it 5-2.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So the Ducks get another run on an RBI groundout from Jordan Pacheco. They lead it 2-0. After 2.5 innings of play, Alfredo Simon will go back to the mound to begin his third inning of work. And when Mark Krause grounded out to the mound to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. Carlos Trienfeld will come to the plate for York as we begin the bottom half of the third inning, and Alfredo Simon back to the mound for his third inning of work. Has looked strong over the first 2, striking out 4 and allowing just 1 single. So here to the plate steps Carlos Trienfeld, the former Major Leaguer. In fact, we've got a matchup of former big leaguers here with Simon on the mound and Trienfeld at the plate. Simon looks in for the sign from Jordan Pacheco, his battery mate, who is also a former big leaguer. And the first pitch is a fastball just below the knees. And the count of 1-0. Trienfeld comes in hitting .262 on the year for York, 5 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Out of the windup, here's the 1-0. And Trienfeld takes a fastball. That is on the outside corner for strike one. Evens things up. Ducks out hitting the Revolution 4-1 here in the early going and lead it by 2. Rubber game of this 3-game series. Ducks will head back home after the game tonight and open up a 7-game homestand tomorrow. 1-1. Trienfeld takes the breaking ball down and away, would not bite. And that works the count to 2 balls and a strike. Meanwhile, the Revolution will hit the road for 7 games. They will head back to New Britain, Connecticut, where they were just last weekend. And they'll face the Bees for 4 and then go to Somerset for 3 with the Patriots. So the Ducks will, in a weird way, be rooting for the Revolution. Obviously, the Ducks do want to pick up wins and want their Liberty Division opponents to suffer losses, especially with the Ducks trailing by 2 games coming into this one in the Liberty Division. 2-1. Trienfeld takes a fastball that zips over the outside corner for strike 2. And Simon works the count even on Trienfeld. Trienfeld will be followed by Dent and Harris. 3 righties due up in the inning for York. Simon a long look in, now he's ready. 2-2 to Carlos Trienfeld. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the breaking ball down and away. Simon has had that breaking ball working early on. 5 strikeouts to the right-hander, all swinging. And 1 away here in inning number 3. Well, for Simon, this is his first start since July the 6th, when nearly a month between starts. In that game, he faced the Barnstormers at Bethpage Ballpark, allowed 4 runs, 3 of them earned, on 4 hits and a walk in 4 2/3 innings. He struck out 2. Took a no decision. Long Island had gotten the lead late after losing it. They led 6-5 going into the 9th, but a Caleb Gindel 2-run home run off Amalio Diaz gave the Barnstormers the win. Fastball cut on and missed by Ryan Dent, and the count 0-1. Simon had made 5 starts from June 16th to July 6th to begin his Ducks career, and then moved to the bullpen, 3 relief appearances, and did very well in the bullpen. 0-1, breaking ball, that's in for a strike 2. Pitched in 3 games and through 10 innings in relief. He allowed 4 runs, only 1 of which was earned, though, on a total of 6 hits and 2 walks, and struck out 10 batters in his 10 innings of relief. 0-2, fouled back on a breaking ball to the screen. We'll do it again at 0-2. And most recently was his most impressive relief appearance. He pitched on Saturday, backing up John Brownell, who went 5 innings for Long Island. And Simon, through 4 scoreless innings in relief, allowed just a single and a double, did not walk a batter, and struck out 3 to seal the Ducks' 11-1 win up at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Now his 0-2 delivery. And the pitch is taken downstairs, blocked at home plate by Pacheco, though the bases are empty. So the count now 1-2 on Dent, who comes in hitting .246 on the year. 4 homers, 31 runs batted in. It's been a very difficult out for the Ducks in this series. Today gets the start in the 9th spot of the order with Telvin Nash back in the lineup. Now the 1-2 from Simon. And Dent takes a breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. About knee-high over the inside corner. Dent thought it was ball 2. Simon with back-to-back strikeouts and now has 6 in the game. On the 2 down here in the 3rd, that will leave it up to Alonzo Harris.
For the Revolution, your center fielder, number 2, Alonzo Harris.
So here is Alonzo Harris, who led things off with a single back in the 1st inning. And Harris, after that single, has watched 8 of his teammates be retired in order. And first pitch here is a fastball strike over the outside corner from Simon, 0-1. Harris lined a base hit through the left side of the infield. Went to 2nd on a sac bunt, to 3rd on a pass ball, and was there with 1 out. But both Isaiah Tejeda and Michael Burgess struck out swinging. And Simon got out of trouble and kept the Ducks in front by a run. The 0-1, breaking ball came inside and almost caught Harris on the leg. Harris did not really do much to get out of the way, just kind of turned a little bit, kind of getting some laughing from some of the Ducks out in the field. as that ball had so much movement on it from Simon. He wasn't really sure what to do. 1-1. Now the breaking ball down and away. They appeal on a half swing from Harris, but he did not go around that time, according to Brian DeBrouwer. So it is now 2-1 on Harris. Last night, Harris was 2 for 5 at the plate for York, had 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, including a mammoth 3-run home run over the arch nemesis in left field off of Rafael Perez in the 5th inning. 2-1. Swing. That's a half swing, but he foul-tipped it into the glove of Jordan Pacheco. He was about to start going, then held up, but the ball tipped off his bat into the glove of Pacheco for strike 2. And Simon a strike 3 away from striking out the side. He has struck out at least 2 in every inning thus far. Trying to make it 3 for 3 here in the 3rd. Here's the 2-2 from Alfredo Simon. Kicks and fires, and Harris takes the fastball down and away. Would not bite. And that will run the count full at 3-2. If Harris reaches, Alexi Casilla will be next. Ducks leading 2-0, out hitting the Revs 4-1 here in the early going. Payoff pitch on the way from Alfredo Simon. Here it comes, and Harris will swing and foul this one off. Defensive swing on the breaking ball upstairs and drops back down below, so we'll do it once again at 3-2. Ducks have done well to give Simon run support this year. They have scored 46 runs, Long Island has, in the 8 games that Simon has pitched. That's a 5.75 run support per game for Long Island for Alfredo Simon. Already out to a 2-run advantage here through the first 3. Long look in here for Simon as Harris awaits at the plate. Now ready to go is the right-hander. Payoff pitch on the way once again, and it swung on and missed. Strike 3, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Alfredo Simon. And he strikes out the side here in the 3rd inning and now has 7 Ks already here tonight. We will move this game to the 4th at PeoplesBank Park. Ducks 2 and the Revolution nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We go to the 4th inning here in the rubber game of a 3-game series between the Long Island Ducks and the York Revolution. Michael Pollack here with you. 2 runs, 4 hits in the early going for the Ducks. No runs, a hit for the Revolution. Alfredo Simon gotten off to a great start. He has struck out 7 batters through the first 3 innings of this game and just struck out the side in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We move to the 4th, and it'll be Angelo Sanco leading things off for the Ducks. We will also get you our 4th inning trivia here in this 4th inning to let you know the question, and we'll give you the inning to guess the answer. First pitch here is taken on the outside corner for a strike by Angelo Sanco, who grounded out to second base his first time up back in the opening inning. Steve Janis out for his 4th inning of work tonight. And the 0-1, big breaking ball misses outside, 1-1. Well, our congratulations go out to Delta Cleary Jr., who on Monday night here picked up the 1,000th hit of his professional baseball career when he led off the game with a single on the first pitch that he saw. 1-1 as a fastball outside for ball 2. 1,000th hit of his pro career. To remember his first hit, we have to go all the way back to August 3rd of 2008 when he was playing in the rookie-level Pioneer League as a member of the Casper Ghosts. Sanko here hits a drive in the air to shallow right center. Long run in for Jared Mitchell. And the center fielder, Alonzo Harris. He dives, and he made the catch. What a grab by Alonzo Harris in shallow center. Full extension dive. And he robs Angelo Sanko of a leadoff single. 1 out here in the 4th. Great play by Alonzo Harris for the first out. Well, in that game, Cleary Jr. in his 3rd at bat picked up his first ever professional baseball hit with a single, and he hit it off of a pitcher that would go on to appear in the major leagues with the Royals, the Brewers, and the Giants. And we want to know who that pitcher was that gave up Delta Cleary Jr.'s first ever professional hit. First pitch is in for a strike. Again, we told you this guy would go on to pitch in the majors for the Royals, the Brewers, and the Giants between, this one grounded foul hard along the first baseline, between 2012 and 2016 when he was in the big leagues. We'll also give you one more hint. He's got the same name as a very famous actor. So we'll let you think about it. We'll give you the answer in the bottom half of this 4th inning. Ruben Gotay behind in the count, 0-2. He lined to right his first time up, and here he chases a breaking ball down in the dirt for strike 3. The tag applied by Isaiah Tejeda. For Janis, his first strikeout of the night. And quickly, the first 2 batters for Long Island retired in the top of the 4th inning. With the way this inning has started, we'll have to possibly give you some added time in terms of giving you the opportunity to guess. If you do think you know the answer, feel free to comment on our Facebook Live or YouTube stream. Let us know the answer. If you're correct, we'll give you a special shout out. 2 down, and the base is empty. That will leave it up to the second baseman, Elmer Reyes, who bats in the number 7 spot tonight. He hit in the number 2 spot the first 2 nights with Cleary Jr. leading off. First pitch line into right center field. There's a base hit for Elmer Reyes. Quickly over to cut it off is Harris. And Elmer Reyes with a 2-out single, the 5th hit of the game for Long Island. Reyes has now had 1 hit in each of the 3 games in this series. Oh, my mistake. He did not have a hit last night. He was 0 for 3 before Jake McGuigan went in as a pinch hitter. So that's the 2nd hit he has had in this series. He is 1 for 2, and with 2 away and a runner on first, that will bring up Giovanni Alfonso. He takes the first pitch, breaking ball from Janis low, and the count 1-0. Janis, to this point, by the way, has thrown 57 pitches in this game, 37 of them for strikes. So not too shabby. I wouldn't call it economical, but certainly not laboring on the mound. Throw over, and Reyes scampers back safely. He's 1 of 3 in the stolen base department this year, so I don't think you'll see him taking off at any point here. Alfonso grounded out to third base his first time up on the first pitch that he saw. Another throw over, and Reyes dives back safely. Alfonso had another hit last night, picked up a double, his 8th of the year, and scored a run. His 24th run of the season. 1-0 from Janis, and Alfonso way out in front of the off-speed pitch, swings and misses. Good changeup that time from Janis, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. Alfonso looked like he was expecting fastball and got the off-speed. So 1-1 in the count as Alfonso gets the half day as the designated hitter tonight. Throw over, and Reyes again back safely. It's actually the first time this year that Alfonso is serving as the DH. Has played short, second, and third this year, but has never been the DH. Here he lines a bullet back up the middle, past the glove of Janis into center field, a base hit. Reyes will go to second and stop there. Back-to-back 2-out hits for Long Island, as Reyes and Alfonso both single. And that will give it to Dan Lyons for the opportunity to give the Ducks a 2-out run. So Giovanni Alfonso is now 1 for 2 in this game. And up to the plate steps Dan Lyons, who singled his first time up. Alfonso, by the way, has now hit safely in 5 straight games. And Lyons with his base hit has now reached base safely in 7 in a row, hit in 3 in a row. And the first pitch, Lyons takes a slider outside from Janis, 1-0. The Ducks got a 2-out run in the first inning on the RBI single by Mark Krause. With 1 out, Jordan Pacheco grounded out to short. That brought in Lyons in the third. And now back-to-back 2-out singles by Reyes and Alfonso here in the fourth. 1-0. Lyons is way out in front, swings and misses. It looked like he was expecting a fastball and got the changeup at 86. 1-1 the count. Janis facing the Ducks for a 4th time already this season here tonight. It's been mixed results for the right-hander against Long Island. We'll get into that a little bit more as this game goes on. Here's the 1-1. Kick in the pitch. Lyons takes the fastball low, 2-1. In his lone start against the Ducks here at PeoplesBank Park, he pitched Game 2 of a doubleheader on May 3rd and was roughed up for 11 hits and 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings. Walked 2, struck out 4. The Ducks could go on to win that game 8-5 to complete a 4-game sweep of the Revolution back at the beginning of May. 2-1 is a breaking ball down in the dirt. Good block at home plate by Tejeda. And Dan Lyons now in the driver's seat at 3-1. But Janis pitched much better against the Ducks at Bethpage Ballpark. Pitched there May 9th and May 16th and combined to allow just 4 runs, 3 earned in 13 innings. On 11 hits, 4 walks. Did only strike out 2, though. He's not a big strikeout guy. Has 1 tonight. And now the 3-1 Alliance is inside ball 4. Tried to paint the corner with a fastball, but missed. A 2-out walk to Dan Lyons, the first walk that Janis has allowed tonight. And it's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the Ducks trying to rally here and add to this 2-0 lead with 2 outs in the fourth. Back-to-back singles from Reyes and Alfonso and a walk to Lyons have loaded up the bases. Ducks on the pond here in York. And Paul Fletcher, the pitching coach for the Revolution, is going to come out of the dugout to try and settle Janis down. Janis now up to 64 pitches on the night, and an inning that started off fairly innocently with a nice diving catch by Harrison Center and the strikeout of Gotay. Things have gotten a little hairy here for Janis with the bases now loaded, and Quentin Berry, who was already 2 for 2 with a couple singles, will come back up to the plate for Long Island. So to set you up, it's Reyes at third, Alfonso at second, Lyons at first with 2 down. Lyons with the best speed of the bunch. Janis looks in for the sign at home plate, and out comes Set. First pitch here to Berry, and he swings, and it's a weak ground ball to first base. Fielded there by Nash. He'll take it to the bag himself, and on 1 pitch, Quentin Berry is retired. The Ducks' opportunity to score goes by the wayside. No runs, 2 hits, a walk. The Ducks leave 3. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, still a 2-0 game in favor of Long Island.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Well, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The lead's still 2 for Long Island, and it is time for the answer to our 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and Major League Baseball as a whole. Mentioned earlier, Delta Cleary Jr. picked up the 1,000th hit of his professional career here on Monday night with a single to begin the ball game. His first ever pro hit came back in his first ever professional game, August 3rd, 2008, in the Pioneer League when he was a member of the Casper Ghosts. He picked up a single in his third ever professional at bat, and we wanted to know which pitcher gave up that first ever hit. We told you this pitcher went on to appear in the major leagues with the Royals, the Brewers, and the Giants between 2012 and 2016. And we also told you that this pitcher shares the name with a very famous actor. So the answer to that coming up after the first pitch to Alexi Casilla, and that former big leaguer takes a fastball strike from the former big leaguer Alfredo Simon. And the count 0-1. The answer was Will Smith. Will Smith, the left-handed pitcher, bats right-handed but throws left-handed, as he was the one who gave up the single to Delta Cleary Jr., the first ever pro hit for the Ducks center fielders. This one fouled off by Casilla, 0-2. Casilla went on to pitch 242 games in the majors, 17 of which were starts, and he was 18-19 with a 3.88 ERA. Pitched 26 games out of the bullpen with the Giants and 27 with the Brewers last year. Currently is out on the disabled list, Will Smith. Meanwhile, Simon's 0-2, and Casilla swings and fouls it off, third base side. Second baseman for York sacrificed himself in the first inning, a bunt back to the mound to move Harris to second. Proved to be worthless as the Revolution did not score. It was the fifth sack bunt of the year for Casilla, who did not play in the first game of the series but did start at second base last night. That went 1 for 5 with a run scored. Time called here as Simon gets ready to deal 0-2 once again. Right-hander now gets the sign and is ready to go. Here's the 0-2. And the fastball misses down in the dirt. Blocked a bit by Pacheco. And now the count of ball on 2 strikes on Casilla. Simon to this point has thrown 44 pitches. He's been very economical. 32 of the 44 for strikes, just 12 out of the strike zone to this point. And already 7 strikeouts for the right-hander, who has retired 9 in a row since the single to open the bottom of the first. 1-2 pitch. Casilla, a ground ball weakly hit to the Revolution dugout on the first base side. Fights off the 2-strike pitch down in the zone. We'll do it again at 1-2. Kevin Byers and Billy Horn said before the game Simon would be about 4 or 5 innings tonight. Again, this is his first start in nearly a month. And pitched 4 innings on Saturday up in Bridgeport. So had 3 days of rest before making this start today. 1-2. And the off-speed misses high and outside. Casilla works the count even at 2-2. I mentioned Casilla, a former major leaguer, most notably with the Twins when he appeared in the big leagues. Also spent 2 seasons with the Orioles, so 9 seasons total in the major leagues. 2-2 on the way. Casilla, a breaking ball taken down in the zone. It was a half swing. Did that hit him? I think he's saying it did hit him. So Casilla's going to go down to first base. So it's a breaking ball that caught him in the foot, and Casilla goes down to first on the hit by pitch. 6th time he's been hit this year. So that breaks the string of 9 in a row retired by Simon. Leadoff man on, and that'll bring up Isaiah Tejeda. Tejeda's going to dig in from the right side, doing a lot of work with his right foot, digging in into the dirt at home plate. Casilla is going to take his lead at first base. Seems to be in a slight amount of pain as he's shaking out his feet over there at first base. I'm not sure which foot that ball caught. It seems to be all right. Simon gets the sign and comes set. Throws over, and Casilla is just in there. Oh, that was a close play at first. Simon thought he had him. Angelo Sanko, the first baseman, thought he was out too, and Kevin Baez throwing his arms up in the air from the top step of the third base dugout. And that is Brian DeBrouwer over there at first base, who drew the ire of both sides here on Monday night. Casilla had a big lead, and Simon with a quick throw over there. They say Casilla just got back in. Casilla 4 for 5 in the stolen base department this year. Simon's first pitch. Fastball misses down and away to Isaiah Tejeda, 1-0. Tejeda, a strikeout victim his first time up back in the opening inning. Went down swinging on one of the breaking balls thrown by Simon that has had a lot of movement here tonight. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. Simon throws over again. And Casilla back this time. Much more obvious that time as Casilla went back in standing up instead of sliding. Again, it's too far away for us to really see and know for sure whether or not the tag came before his hand got back to the bag, but it was close. 1-0 from Simon. Kick in the pitch. And the fastball here runs off the outside corner. And Simon now behind on Tejeda, 2-0. Guys like Tejeda and Burgess and Nash, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, are not the guys you want to fall behind in the count on, as they could certainly do a lot of damage at the plate. And the one thing Simon's been doing very well to this point has been getting ahead in the count. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Simon delivers, runner goes. This is line into right field, a base hit for Tejeda. Casilla will go around second to third. An opposite field base hit on the hit and run by Tejeda. And now the Revolution are set up first and third with nobody out. Now, a couple things here. First and foremost, that is why it was imperative for the Ducks to do something with the bases loaded opportunity in the top half of the inning. Ducks got the bases loaded with 2 men out, but Quentin Berry swung first pitch and grounded out to first base. And that's also why that play at first base on the pickoff attempt was very big, because if they get him out there, then that's just a base hit to right. The defense also probably doesn't shift there, and Reyes might have a play on it, which he had no chance going to second on the steal. But instead, it's now first and third, nobody out. Another jam for Simon. First pitch here to Michael Burgess, and he takes the fastball high and inside, and now Simon all of a sudden having trouble finding the strike zone. It's 1-0. Burgess, a strikeout victim his first time up back in the opening inning. Infield is playing back here, at least up the middle, so the Ducks will trade 2 outs for a run, leading by 2. 1-0, and Burgess takes the fastball, that misses low. And Simon behind on the second straight hitter, 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, did he have great command over the first 3 innings, but here has hit a batter, fell behind 2-0, gave up a base hit, now behind 2-0 on Burgess. Simon flirting with danger here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Long looking for the right-hander, now comes set. 2-0 delivery. Burgess swings, it's a ground ball, hard but foul along the first base line. That's past Brian DeBrouwer and down the line. Mark Krause will go retrieve it in the corner. And now 2-1 on Burgess. Was 2 for 5 yesterday with an RBI and a run scored. 4 for 10 in the series coming into tonight. So now 2-1 on Burgess. And Simon will step back up onto the rubber for Long Island. Try and start working himself out of trouble. Casilla leads at third and Tejeda at first. Here's the 2-1. And Burgess swings, it's a ground ball to first. Sanko feels he's going to come home. They've got the runner caught. Pacheco racing Casilla back to third. Fakes the throw, tags out Casilla. Everybody else is going to stay put, and a good heads-up play by Sanko there to get the lead out. Normally, if you're a first baseman, you get a hard ground ball, you're going to think right away, all right, let me go to second for 1 and then get the double play, especially with Burgess' speed. But Sanko didn't want to let a run score, and they were able to get Casilla in the rundown, so that'll go down as a fielder's choice for Burgess. The putout will go 3-2. To second base goes Tejeda, and to first goes Burgess. So now a double play will get Simon out of the inning. And it will be Telvin Nash coming up to the plate, who struck out his first time up. A hard hit ground ball by Burgess, but hit right at Sanko, and Sanko the alert play to throw home. Simon had stepped off the rubber and faked the throw back to second. So the 3-2 fielder's choice off the bat of Michael Burgess. First pitch here, and Nash takes the fastball inside, came close to the hands. And Simon falls behind again. It's 1-0. Yeah, Nash did not play last night, but did start here 2 nights ago. And went 1 for 4 at the plate. The one hit was that 3-run home run off of Matt Larkins to right center field. He got hit by the pitch on Monday by Amalio Diaz. Tejeda leads from second, Burgess from first. Neither have great speed. Here's the 1-0. And Nash swings at the breaking ball and misses. Might have foul tipped it actually into the glove of Pacheco, but regardless, it is strike 1. Nash, the guy at the plate, also doesn't have great speed, so a ground ball here to one of the infielders should be 2. Assuming it's not slowly hit. First and second, one out. The Ducks trying to protect a 2-run lead. Simon looks back towards second, now deals to the plate, and Nash swings and lines this one to left. That's hit well. Over into the corner, watching it go off the wall is Berry. Tejeda will score. Going to third is Burgess. The throw goes into second to hold Nash at first, an RBI single, and the Revs cut it to 2-1. So despite getting the big out at home plate, Simon still concedes the run on the RBI single off the wall. For Nash's 7th run batted in, Tejeda scores from second. Going from first to third is Burgess. And now the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first. And up to the plate is going to step the right fielder, Jared Mitchell. Simon, who was cruising through the first 3, has allowed 3 of the 4 to reach here in the 4th. And now the lefty swinging Jared Mitchell to the plate, who was also a strikeout victim his first time up. Simon, another long look in here at home plate, and now Mitchell asks for time. Simon's been working very slowly here tonight. And it's had a lot of long looks into home plate. Go tie halfway at third. Sanko holds on the runner at first. First pitch, and Mitchell fouls this one back to the screen. 0-1, and the Revolution, who were way off on their timing first time through the order, doing a much better job here the second time through. They seem to be squaring up a lot of the pitches from Simon, not getting fooled on many out of the zone. Simon again looking for that ground ball to try and get out of further trouble. Mitchell does have good speed, though. Here's the 0-1. And Mitchell takes the breaking ball down and in. Would not chase out of the zone that time. And that evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. That was the 60th pitch, or check that 59th pitch for Simon. Next pitch will be number 60 for the right-hander. Revolution crowd, which was kept quiet over the first 3 innings, coming to life here in the 4th. Burgess will take his lead off of third, and Nash off at first. A fly ball will not guarantee a run with Burgess's speed. 1-1, and Mitchell blazed off the off-speed pitch down and in. Simon again trying to get him to chase, he would not, and it's 2-1. I mentioned Simon has done very well against left-handers this year, who are hitting just 171, but opponents are doing well against Simon with runners in scoring position, hitting 333 against him this season. So Simon has to find a way to bear down in these tough situations and get outs. 2-1 the count. Right-hander set at the belt. Fires to the plate, and Mitchell swings it to ground ball towards second. Reyes there, goes to short for one, back to first. In time, double play. Just what the doctor ordered for Alfredo Simon, a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play hit into by Jared Mitchell. And Simon gets out of further trouble and keeps the Ducks in front by a run. So the Revolution will settle for 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. No errors, and because of the double play, just 1 left on base. We'll take this game to the 5th inning. Long Island in front, 2-1 over the Revolution.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
An inning that could have been worse for Alfredo Simon ends with a 4-6-3 double play off the bat of Jared Mitchell. Keeps the Revolution to just 1 run on Telvin Nash's RBI single. We go to the 5th. The Ducks still lead it 2-1, out hitting the Revolution 6-3. And fans chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee. It's available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes out in the Hamptons. Michael Pollack here with you. Thanks so much for joining us on your Wednesday night. We move to the top half of the 5th inning, and it will be Delta Cleary Jr. for the Ducks to begin things, followed by Jordan Pacheco and Mark Krause. Ducks beginning their 3rd trip through the batting order already. Quentin Berry grounded out. He was the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Grounded out to end the 4th. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Cleary Jr. 0 for 1 on the night. He reached on or laid down a sac bunt in the 1st and popped to short in the 3rd. Here he checks a swing on a high fastball, takes it for a ball. And now leaving things up at 1-1. Thus far, Cleary Jr. 4 for 10 in the series, 3 RBIs and a stolen base. Takes the fastball here that just misses down and in. Now that'll run the count to 2-1. Last night, Cleary Jr. 1 for 4 at the plate. Picking up a single in his lone hit of the night. There's a breaking ball up and away from Janis, who now falls behind at 3-1. Cleary Jr. has now hit safely in 7 straight coming in, 11 of his last 12. Here's the 3-1. Swinging a line drive down the left field line for Cleary Jr. heading into the corner. That is going to be a foul ball. And Cleary Jr. bidding for at least a single, maybe a double down the left field line. Again, it's just 300 feet away to the foul, along the foul line to the arch nemesis in left, the tallest wall in professional baseball. And so a lot of times, as we saw with Nash, hits off that wall will result in just a long single. 3-2. Fastball misses high from Janis, ball 4. Obviously upset about that was Janis as he let out his frustration towards center field. Second walk issued by the right-hander tonight. And it's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So Cleary Jr. is on to begin this 5th inning. We'll see if he tries to get in motion at all towards second. On the year, 20 stolen bases, the active team leader, and has been caught just 3 times. Telvin Nash will hold him on. And here is Jordan Pacheco to the plate, who asked for time as Janis had come set. Janis, unlike Simon, has been working very quickly on the hill. Throw over to first, chases Cleary Jr. back. No surprise that Janis keeping a close eye on the Ducks center fielder. Meanwhile, the lights have come on here with the sun now setting. And the wind's still blowing from right to left very lightly. Runner bluffs, and Pacheco takes downstairs from the right-hander Janis for ball one. Pacheco was 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk, 1 for 6 in the series coming in, now 1 for 8. But he did pick up a run batted in, his first RBI of the series, and Pacheco has drawn 3 walks total in this series, showing a good eye at the plate. Here he swings and fouls it back over the screen on what would have been a strike from Janis, and that'll leave him the count at 1-1. The Ducks missed out with the bases loaded 2 out in the top of the 4th, nearly saw their lead go by the wayside in the bottom of the inning, but Simon got the double play to get out of it. Throw over again to check on Cleary Jr. And now the Ducks, certainly after giving up the run in the 4th, want to at least get their 2-run lead back, if not extend it further in support of Simon here in the 5th. Cleary Jr. leads off of first base. 1-1, there goes Cleary Jr. Pitch is taken inside. The throw down to second is not in time. Ball goes into center field. Cleary Jr. thought about third, but wisely holds up as Harris came speeding in. So 2-1 now on Pacheco. A stolen base for Cleary Jr., his 21st of the season. Second steal of the night for Long Island, with Quentin Berry picking up the other. So now Cleary Jr. in scoring position with nobody out, and the goal here for Pacheco will be to hit the ball to the right side. Try and get Cleary Jr. to third with less than 2 outs for Mark Krause. Of course, Pacheco would love a hit here to try and drive Cleary Jr. in. 2-1. Swings and fouls this one back. Stayed back on the pitch to try and drive it to right, but fouls it back to the screen, and that'll even things up at 2-2. Pacheco spent 6 years in the big leagues, 4 with the Rockies, 2 with the Diamondbacks, and 1 with the Reds. He and Simon were actually teammates with the Reds briefly last year. 2-1. That's down in the dirt. Good block at home plate. Pacheco and Tim Melville were also teammates as well. So now the count full at 3-2 on Pacheco, and we'll see if he is able to reach base after Cleary Jr. drew the inning opening walk. Going to get the Revolution bullpen up and moving. It looks like Jared Gaynor, the lefty, may be going to start getting loose. 3-2. Pacheco lays off the breaking ball down in the dirt. Ball 4. Good eye from Jordan Pacheco. Thought about going, but was able to hold up his swing. Back-to-back walks issued by Steve Janis. And again, a walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. Over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So, Cleary Jr. and Pacheco have drawn back-to-back walks, and Paul Fletcher is going to come out of the dugout for the second time to talk to Janis. Already 2 visits to the mound for the Revolution pitching coach, and this absolutely to try and give Jared Gaynor some more time to warm up down the right field line. You've got Krause at the plate now, and have a feeling if Krause comes up with something big here, that they would go to Gaynor to face Sonko, who waits on deck. Fletcher talking things over with Janis and his catcher Tejeda. Obviously, the Ducks are not going to be bunting here with a guy like Mark Krause at the plate, who's 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI single. He leads the team in runs batted in. And Krause will almost surely be swinging away in this spot. But Long Island with Cleary Jr. at second, Pacheco at first. Cleary Jr. the better speed of the 2. And up to the plate is going to step the lefty swinging Mark Krause. First pitch on the way, and Krause swings and pops one up in the air to left field along the line. Long run out for the third baseman, Trienfeld. Along the line, reaches out, and he cannot come up with it, It lands in a foul ground right near the Ducks bullpen. And so the count 0-1 on Krause. Ducks have been somewhat aggressive here against Janis with runners on base. Last inning, Quentin Berry, after a walk was drawn by Dan Lyons following the singles from Reyes, and Alfonso swung first pitch and grounded out to first. And obviously with the way that Janis is missing the strike zone a bit, you would think that Ducks offense would be working the count, but maybe they're thinking that Janis is going to try and get ahead in the count right away with the first pitch strike. 0-1. Krause lays off the breaking ball, misses the outside corner. That'll even things up at 1-1. Janis now up to 79 pitches in this game, 46 of them for strikes. And laboring a bit here to begin the fifth. Back-to-back walks to start. 1-1 to Kraus. High fastball goes over the head of Kraus and all the way to the backstop. And that will allow Cleary Jr. to go to third and Pacheco to go to second. So as the legendary Harry Doyle would like to say in Major Leagues, just a bit outside, although that was more just a bit high. And sailed right over the head of Kraus. And now the infield going to come in all the way around for the Revolution with runners at second and third and nobody out. And Kraus with a chance to pick up a base hit here and stretch the lead to 4-1. 2-1. Kraus swings away, chasing the breaking ball way down and away. Expanded the strike zone there, swung on and missed, and now the count even up at 2-2 on Kraus. Again, you've got Kraus at the plate, a lefty, and then Sanko, the lefty, waiting on deck. Janis comes set, and the 2-2. Kraus takes down in the zone this time, would not bite. Again, the count full at 3-2, and another out of the zone would load the bases on walks for Angelo Sanko. Wind picking up a little bit now, but the sky seems pretty clear. Wind now blowing in from right center. Janis the long look in at home plate, now he's ready. Runners lead from second and third, and the 3-2 is taken at the knees, a called strike three. Kraus could not believe it, and neither can Kevin Baez. He felt that pitch was low. Kraus was getting ready to toss the bat away. So instead of ball four to load the bases, Kraus is caught looking. Second strikeout for Janis. And one away, a big out for the Revolution right-hander. And you know it's very rare that Kraus takes a called strike three looking. He has such a good eye at the plate. He leads the team in walks. And Kraus thought he had ball four, as did Kevin Baez. That would have loaded the bases with nobody out. Instead, with one away now, here is Angelo Sanko. A very big out there for Steve Janis. First pitch to Sanko, and he takes the fastball inside from Janis for ball one. It wasn't tremendously low. Again, we can't see it from here as well, as we're blocked off by the home plate umpire and the catcher. So it wasn't abnormally out of the zone, but definitely seemed down. 1-0. Sanko fouls us straight back to the screen, 1-1. Sanko is 0 for 2 tonight. He grounded out to second in the first inning, and then hit a soft blinder to center in the fourth that Alonzo Harris made an incredible diving catch on. The infield is still in all the way around, so York will not concede a run on a ground ball here. Again, not a forced play at any base right now with runners at second and third. 1-1, big breaking ball misses up and away from Janis. And now the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Ducks leading at 2-1, looking for more. Cleary Jr. at third, Pacheco at second, and now the catcher Tejeda is going to go out to the mound. And the home plate umpire Derek Moshe going to go out well for the discussion, as they're just going over the signs, I believe. A very quick discussion, and so not a defensive timeout for the Revolution, as they're still stuck on 2 of those already in the first 5 innings of this game. 2-1 as Sanko steps back up to the plate. Janis ready to go. Here's the pitch, and Sanko lays off this breaking ball downstairs. Now a good hitter's count for the Ducks first baseman at 3-1. He'll be ready to hack on anything close, but has to keep a close eye if it's going to miss the zone to try and load the bases up for Ruben Gotay, who will be next. 3-1. Sanko swings and lines it down the right field line. Foul ball. Another hard hit ball for a Ducks batter, and it goes foul. And so now the count full at 3-2. He got a pitch to hit. Fastball on the inner half of the plate, got the bat head out, but a little bit too far as he fouls it off into the Revolution bullpen. So now the count 3-2 on Sanko as Janis tries to pick up the second out of the inning. Right-hander comes set, payoff pitch on the way, and Sanko takes a fastball outside, ball 4. Another close pitch that time from Janis, but that seemed to be off the plate. third walk of the inning issued by the right-hander. That is going to load up the bases. Another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. And with that, Mark Mason going to come out of the dugout, and he wants to turn Ruben Gotay around to the right side. And he'll bring in the lefty Jared Gaynor. With the bases loaded, one out, and the Ducks leading 2-1 here in the top half of the fifth inning.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, for the second straight inning, the Ducks have an opportunity with the bases loaded as 3 walks from Steve Janis here in the fifth have put runners at every base for Long Island. A strikeout of Mark Krause mixed in there as well for a big first down on a pitch that Krause and manager Kevin Byers thought was ball 4. Had that been the case, and then Sanko had walked, it would have forced in a run. Of course, you can't assume everything would have gone the same, though. But meanwhile, Jared Gaynor, the lefty, is going to come out of the bullpen as Mason wants to turn Ruben Gotay around to the right side. And it'll be Gotay, who is 0 for 2 thus far, batting from the left side. Now going to face the lefty Jared Gaynor and move over to the right side of home plate. Long Island with an opportunity here to get at least 1 run back after York scored in the bottom of the 4th, but they have their sights set on more if the Ducks can come through. So Ruben Gotay is going to step up to home plate. Gotay this year is hitting .277 against righty, pitching .231 against lefties, so that's probably a big reason why Mark Mason makes the move here. And Jared Gaynor will come on to face him. Runners lead from every base for Long Island. First pitch on the way, and Gotay takes the breaking ball inside, a slider, and the count of 1-0. Gotay popped out to right in the second inning and then went down swinging in the 4th, one of 2 strikeouts for Steve Janis. And the Revolution starter makes it just 4 1/3 innings here tonight. 1-0. And Gotay takes another breaking ball. Again, that missed the inside corner. Fans thought that was strike 1, but instead it's 2-0. And a good hitter's count for Gotay. He was 1 for 2 yesterday with a double and 2 walks, and he has drawn 4 walks in this series. Of course, nowhere to put Gotay here with the bases loaded. 2-0 pitch. Gaynor comes home. Gotay takes a breaking ball. That's at the belt for strike 1. You've got Cleary Jr. at third, Pacheco at second, and Sanko at first from left to right on the base paths in descending speed order. 2-1. Ripped in the air to center field. That ball's going to get down for a base hit. Cleary Jr. will score. Pacheco around third. The throw to the plate from Alonzo Harris. It's in time. Pacheco is out at home plate as he got tagged on the thigh coming in. I think Kevin Byers was trying to say that Pacheco had to run outside of the baseline to try and get to the plate, but he is thrown out at the plate. And so it's just an RBI single for Ruben Gotay, and the Ducks lead 3-1. So Gotay with his first hit of the night picks up his 13th run batted in of the year. Cleary Jr. scores. Pacheco thrown out at the plate. 8-2. And now Elmer Reyes with runners at first and second, 2 out, and the first pitch breaking ball is in for a strike. So the Ducks have their 2-run lead back, but have another runner thrown out at the plate. Second time in this series that has happened. Now the 0-1, and Reyes takes down an in. Good block at home plate by Tejeda. That run, by the way, will be charged to Janis. As we mentioned, Pacheco has okay speed, not great. And Alonzo Harris made that play by getting in so quickly. It was not a hard hit baseball, kind of a flare in the center field by Gotai. 1-1. Reyes takes down in the zone again and blocked from Tejeda. And count 2-1. And Harris got to it and made an excellent throw to the plate. I thought for sure Pacheco was going to get in, but the throw came in so strongly from Harris. Pacheco went in standing up. I'm not sure if anything would have been different if he had slid, but he is thrown out. 2-1 pitch. And Reyes takes the fastball off the outside corner. Reyes now in front of the count, 3-1. Reyes 1 for 2 in this game. He singled to right his last time up in the fourth and popped out to left in the second inning. Ducks have drawn 3 walks and have a hit in this inning. They have plated a run. 3-1 delivery from Gaynor. And Reyes takes a breaking ball low and inside, ball 4. So make it 4 walks in the inning as Elmer Reyes draws a free pass. Once again, it's brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the Ducks are getting base runners here tonight. They have drawn 4 walks in the inning, 5 in the game, but have still plated just 1 run in the inning, and they need that big hit to try and extend their lead. Here is Giovanni Alfonso to the plate. First pitch, and Alfonso takes a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Gaynor pitched here 2 nights ago, came in relief, and retired Kraus and Sacco, the 2 lefties, on a flyout and a ground out, though the ground out was a great play by Trienfeld to save at least 1 run, maybe more. 1-0, and Alfonso crushes one deep but foul down the left field line. Big breaking ball, and Alfonso was right on it, but out in front, and pulled it down the line, foul, 1-1. Alfonso 1 for 2 in the game. He singled up the middle in the fourth and grounded out to third in the second. Ducks out hitting the Revolution 7-3. 1-1. Alfonso a drive in the air to left, but it seems like he might have gotten under it. Back goes the left fielder Verona. On the warning track, he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Ducks, who had an opportunity to put together a big inning, will settle for just 1 run as they leave the bases loaded for the second inning in a row. 1 run in the inning on 1 hit and 4 walks. No errors, and Long Island leaves the bags full. They have left 8 on in the first 5 innings. Halfway through, Ducks 3 and the Revolution 1.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Ducks have their 2-run lead back. It's a 3-1 ball game thanks to Ruben Gotai's RBI single up the middle and the top half of the inning. But again, it's about what could have been for the Ducks. For the second straight inning, they leave the bases loaded. They had loaded up the bags in the fifth inning on 3 walks among the first 4 batters in the inning. And Gotai with an RBI single to center, but Jordan Pacheco thrown out trying to score from second. Reyes drew a walk, and Alfonso flies out to the warning track in left. And so the Ducks still in front. That is most important. Leaving a good Revolution offense within striking distance. Here is Dayron Verona to begin the fifth inning against Alfredo Simon, who begins his fifth inning of work. And the first pitch fastball zips over the outside corner for strike 1. Verona a fly out to center his first time up back in the second inning. Hit the ball hard, but Cleary Jr. was there to make the grab. 0-1. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Off the glove of Gotai. Ricochets to short. Lyons fields, throws to first. Not in time. Safe at first base is going to be Verona. We'll see how it is scored, but it looked like Gotai was there to make the play and just could not come up with it cleanly. The Ducks have not been getting top-notch defense from their third baseman over the last couple nights, and it will be an error on Gotai, his 4th of the season. Alfonso made an error there yesterday and had a couple of other baseballs that could have resulted in outs or double plays that did not yield those results. Instead of the first out of the inning, it's an error. And the Revs have the leadoff man on to bring the tying run to the plate in Carlos Triunfel. It's those little things that have been hurting the Ducks at points this season. For the most part, Ducks have played pretty well defensively. First pitch on the way, square in a bunt. Triunfel bunts it beautifully, but foul up the third base line. Looked like it was good, and then it trickled foul. So the count goes to 0-1 on Carlos Triunfel, who struck out swinging his first time up. We'll also go through the out-of-town scoreboard here in this inning and get you caught up on action around the Atlantic League and the Major League scoreboard. So Triunfel will step back up to the plate. Looking in for the sign is the right-hander Alfredo Simon. Comes set, runner leads from first. Runner goes, pitch on the way is low, throw down to second base is in time, they got him. Third base umpire Nate Caldwell said that Dayron Verona was thrown out at second on the tag from Elmer Reyes, and now Mark Mason gonna come out of the dugout, and he wants to have a word with Mr. Caldwell. So that'll go down as a caught stealing, 2-4 on the play. Mason is going to have a conversation. The throw was off to the third base side of the second base bag. And Reyes got it and quickly brought his arm back to try and apply the tag and could not get there. Or at least the Revolution thought he could not get there in time. But they do say that the tag was made in time. And Mason has his say. He'll now head back to the first base dugout. And just like that, 1 out in the inning. So the error by Long Island will not cost them as they're still able to get the out thanks to the caught stealing. Second time Verona's been caught stealing in 3 attempts this season. So here is Carlos Triunfel now with a count of 1-1. Simon kicks and delivers to the plate. And Triunfel rips this one off the glove of Gotai, diving to his left. It carries into left field, a base hit. That one a much tougher play for Gotai, but now that caught stealing looms very large. Otherwise, the Revolution would have had first and second, nobody out. And instead, it's a runner at first with 1 out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Ryan Dent. One game is final in the Atlantic League today. Southern Maryland, in walk-off fashion, defeated Bridgeport 5-4 down at Regency Furniture Stadium. An RBI single by L.J. Hose in the bottom half of the 9th inning won it. Jesse Beal, the win, improved to 6-3. Elvin Ramirez, the loser, fell to 3-2. There were lots of home runs in this one. We'll tell you about them after the first pitch here to Ryan Dent. Simon deals. Dent swings. It's a ground ball to the right side. In the hole, Reyes dives. He can't get it. It's past him and into right field. A base hit. And Reyes was shaded a bit towards the middle. Tried to make the diving stop. Could not get it. So Ryan Dent with a single the other way. First 3 revs have reached on an error and 2 singles, though one was caught stealing. And now the tying runs are on with 1 away. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order for Alonzo Harris. For the Bluefish today, Luis Hernandez, his 3rd home run, Jose Cuevas, his 6th, and Angel Esnina, his 2nd. And for the Blue Crabs, Luis Allen, the former Revolution catcher, hit his 3rd. Hose had 3 hits and 3 RBIs to lead the way for the Blue Crabs, and again came up with the walk-off winning hit. So now 1st and 2nd, 1 out, and the dangerous Alonzo Harris to the plate, who's 1 for 2 on the night with a single. Again, Simon looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2. There is action in both bullpens right now. First pitch, Harris swings. It's a drive in the air to left and hit well. Back goes the left fielder, Berry. He seems like he might have a beat on it. Now he turns and looks, and it's over the wall. You can forget it. A 3-run home run over the arch nemesis in left for Alonzo Harris. His 14th home run of the year, the second 3-run home run he's hit over the wall in as many nights, and York leads 4-3. And that is why it is so important to cash in on your opportunities. The Ducks were unable to do that over the last 2 innings, leaving the bases loaded in both. Now with some difficult defense in this inning, as Travis Witherspoon now is going to come up to the plate as a pinch hitter here for Alexi Casilla. The error to start the inning, though it did not hurt him. The ground ball to the right side that Reyes looked like might have had a chance, could not. Berry was under that, looking like he was going to catch it, then all of a sudden turn around and watch it go over the wall. So Harris with a 3-run home run, and York in front for the first time tonight. And the first pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. So Harris's 14th home run, RBIs 41, 42, and 43 on the season. And the Ducks' problems with holding leads continues. Casilla was 0 for 0. He was hit by a pitch his last time up and then laid down a sac bunt in the first, so that hit by pitch on his foot must be hurting him to the point he needs to come out of the game. 1-0 is a fastball strike, and the count even at 1-1. Witherspoon pinch hitting. He's 275 on the year with 5 homers and 31 runs batted in. Had started in center field the last 2 nights, but has the night off here, or had the night off here tonight to begin. Here he swings and misses, chasing down and away. And the count 1-2. Jake Dunning has gotten loose for Long Island. It was scheduled that he was going to back up Simon. And Kevin Byers wanting to get Simon through 5 here. And started off his night strong with 3 scoreless innings, 7 strikeouts. But he has yet to strike out a batter since the 3rd. And has allowed now a total of 5 hits over the last inning and a third. And now has lost the lead. Here comes the 1-2 from Simon. Breaking ball popped up foul. First base side, Sanko gives it a look. It'll go back into the seats. And Alonzo Harris continues to be a thorn in the Long Island Ducks side as he has homered over that wall for the 2nd straight night, both times a 3-run home run. And those are the big hits that the Ducks had been getting a lot throughout that 5-game stretch where they had been scoring 6 or more runs in every game. But the last 2 nights, they have not come up with those big hits. And back-to-back situations with the bases loaded and the Ducks getting just 1 run. That certainly is the killer. Now the count of 1-2 still on Witherspoon. Simon looking for the 2nd out here in this 5th inning. 1-2 delivery. And a check swing on the breaking ball down low. Witherspoon did not go. And the count even up at 2-2. That's something we've seen sometimes too from Simon, is he's gotten off to good starts in outings and then lost it in about the 4th or 5th inning. And that's got to be a bit concerning for the Ducks coaching staff. Manager Kevin Byers and pitching coach Billy Horn, that Simon seems to be losing his gas early in starts. But again, it was only scheduled to go 4 or 5 innings here tonight. 2-2. Kicking the pitch on the way, and Witherspoon drives one in the air to left center. That's hit well. Back goes Quentin Berry. He looks up near the wall. It's off the base of the wall. Witherspoon around first, going for 2nd, and he slides in with a double. They make it 4 straight hits off of Alfredo Simon. So for Travis Witherspoon, the double. And And that is going to bring Kevin Myers out of the dugout, and I believe that will be all for the right-hander. And again, Kevin Myers playing with a bit of a thinner bullpen here tonight, with all the action that the Ducks relief corps has needed over these last few games, and Kevin Myers asking for the baseball from his right-hander, who started off strong over his first 4 innings, allowing just 1 run, but he has conceded 4 straight one-out hits, including a 3-run home run by Alonzo Harris. York has the lead at 4-3. We'll take a break and come right back.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, a difficult bottom of the 5th inning here for the Long Island Ducks. They had gotten a run in the top half of the inning to get their 2-run lead back, but missed out on something bigger when they had the bases loaded in the inning. Back-to-back innings, the Ducks have left the bases loaded, and that has come back to bite them. As with 1 out here in the 5th, after the Ducks got the call on the caught stealing of Dyron Verona, who reached on an error to begin the inning. Carlos Trienfeld singled through the left side. Ryan Dent singled past a sliding Elmer Reyes on the right side. And Alonzo Harris lifted a 3-run home run over the wall and left to put York on top 4-3. A double by Travis Witherspoon followed, a pinch hitting for Alexi Casilla. And now with a runner at second and 1 out, Jake Dunning has come on for Long Island. And Kevin Baez entrusting the former major leaguer to keep the damage right here at 4-3. And try and give the Ducks offense a chance to get the lead back. And this has been a road trip for Long Island where they could have come away with a 3-game sweep up in Bridgeport. They had blown 2 leads in the first and the last game of those series, 2 big leads, and ended up losing both of those games, winning the middle game of the series. And here, after struggling last night, they had a 2-0 and a 3-1 lead here in this game, but now trail by a run. And York getting the big hit that it was looking for here in the bottom of the 5th after the Ducks could not come up with it over the last 2 innings. So here's Isaiah Tejeda to the plate with a runner at second and 1 down. Turning the throw back to second, and they got him at second. Second runner caught at second base in this inning. Good pickoff play from Long Island as the second baseman Reyes crept in, and Jake Dunning turned around and fired it back in there. More base running mistakes for the York Revolution, who have had many throughout the course of their season. 1-4 on the pickoff, and there's a big second out. Now the bases are empty for Tejeda. First pitch on the way from Jake Dunning. And this breaking ball misses way down in the zone for ball 1. So Simon now in line for the loss. And Gaynor is in line for the win. The score would hold up 1-0 as a fastball strike on the outside corner from Dunning. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Dunning pitching, I believe this is the first time in the series that he is pitching. Indeed, he last pitched on Sunday, threw very well up in Bridgeport, 2 perfect innings of relief, striking out 2. Misses outside with a fastball. And now falls behind on Tejeda at 2-1. Tejeda 1 for 3 in this game. He singled and scored his last time up an inning ago and struck out in his first at bat back in the opening inning. Here's the 2-1. Tejeda takes down in the dirt from Dunning. And now the count, 3 balls and a strike. 6th appearance with the Ducks for Jake Dunning. And trying to get this out and get out of further trouble in the inning. Right-hander kicks and fires, and the 3-1 misses inside, ball 4. And a 2-out walk issued by Jake Dunning to Isaiah Tejeda. 2-out walk's a big no-no, especially after getting those big outs. And that's the other tough part is pitchers in this inning for the Ducks, and we've seen it times before, they get a big play, a big out. In Simon's case, the caught stealing after the error allowed Verona to reach. And instead of following that up by getting another out to keep the momentum, he allowed 2 singles in the home run and then the double before getting lifted. Dunning gets the big pickoff at second base for the 2nd out, but then proceeds to walk Tejeda on 5 pitches. So now the lefty swinging Michael Burgess, who is 0 for 2 at the plate tonight. First pitch, he swings and fouls this one off the mask of the catcher Jordan Pacheco. The count 0-1. Burgess struck out swinging back in the 1st inning and then grounded into a 3-2 fielder's choice in the 4th with runners at the corners and nobody out. Hit a smash to Sacco, who fielded it and raced towards home plate through to Pacheco, who then tagged out the runner between 3rd and home. That was Alexi Casilla. Looks like Tejeda having to retie his cleats over there at first base, and so that is why we have a little delay. It'll be an 0-1. Dunning comes set at the belt. Kicks and fires. Burgess, a half swing at a ball down low. He did not go. And that will even up the count at a ball and a strike. In Dunning's 5 appearances thus far, 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run ball. He has walked 2 and struck out 5. Opponents hitting just 105 against him. Got the pickoff of Witherspoon at second, but then walked Tejeda and now has a 1-1 count on the lefty Burgess. Here's the kick and the pitch. Burgess takes the fastball way up high, and Dunning having a little trouble finding the strike zone. It's 2-1. That'll even up the count. Getting the sign and coming set is Dunning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a smash foul down the first baseline off the bat of Burgess. And now that'll even things up at 2-2, and Dunning strike 3 away from avoiding any further trouble. 3 runs are in here in the bottom of the 5th, and the Revolution have taken a 4-3 lead over the Ducks here in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Tejeda takes his lead off at first, being held on there by Angelo Sacco. Lines the shortstop shaded towards the middle, and Gotay well off the 3rd with the lefty hitter. 2-2. Burgess a ground ball hard and foul down into the Revolution bullpen once again. We'll do it once again at 2-2. York has been a tough out throughout the course of this series, and they have shown great resolve fighting back in games when the Ducks have taken leads. And both teams going into their bullpen here before the 5th inning is complete. 2-2 on the way from Dunning, and Burgess takes the fastball high and inside, nearly caught him on the jersey. And now with the count full at 3-2, that'll give Tejeda the head start from first base. By the way, with all the action, we forgot to continue on the out-of-town scoreboard. Bottom of the 7th in Lancaster, the Bees lead 5-3. Nate Rowe on the mound now for New Britain, and K.O.E. Downing for the Barnstormers. Payoff pitch, runner goes, and Burgess swings it to ground ball to first. Angelo Sacco fields it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. But the Revolution send 7 men up to the plate, and they played 3 runs on a total of 4 hits. 1 error in the inning, and 1 runner left on base for York. We have played 5. It is now the Revolution leading the Ducks 4-3.
Hey fans, this is catcher Alex Berg, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. So the game has been flipped as the bottom of the fifth inning does not prove to be the Ducks' bright spot. Last night, a 5-run fifth inning gave the Revolution a 5-0 lead en route to an 11-2 win. And tonight, a 3-run bottom in the fifth, thanks to Alonzo Harris's second 3-run home run in the fifth inning in as many nights, has put York on top 4-3. Still a long way to go, though. Luke Westfall, who took the loss here on Monday night, allowing 4 runs with 2 outs in the 10th inning, is going to come on to pitch in the 6th in relief of lefty Jared Gaynor. And Westfall will be facing 9-1-2 in the Ducks order: Lyons, Berry, and Cleary Jr. The Ducks will need to find a way to fight back here after seeing a 3-1 lead go by the wayside in the blink of an eye. First pitch on the way from Westfall. And Lyons takes the fastball high and outside, ball 1. The Ducks certainly will need to do a better job of cashing in on their opportunities. They have had York on the ropes the past 2 innings, but haven't been able to deliver the knockout blow. And now York has fought their way back. 1-0 from Westfall to Lyons. Lyons swings, lifts this one in the air to left center. Long run in for Alonzo Harris. And the catch is made. I believe that's actually Travis Witherspoon who makes the catch. Lyons retired for the first out. Again, there were some defensive changes, so Harris looks like he has moved from center field to second base to take over for the injured Casilla, who came out of the game. And Witherspoon, who had pinch hit for Casilla in the 5th inning, is now in center field. So the outfield now is Verona in left, Witherspoon in center, and Mitchell in right. Here is Quentin Berry, squares to bunt, and bunts it foul at home plate. Knocks it straight down into the dirt, 0-1. Berry singled in his first 2 at-bats, has scored a run and stolen a base tonight, but he swung first pitch with the bases loaded, and 2 out in the 4th, and grounded out to first base. The Ducks certainly would have rather those base hits with the bases loaded, rather than in one case with the bases empty and one with a runner on. The 0-1 line drive in a left field base hit, and they would have taken that too with the bases loaded. But Quentin Berry has his 3rd hit of the night, his second 3-hit game with the flop. And he is on with 1 out in this top of the 6th inning. Finishing up on that out-of-town scoreboard again, the Bees 5-3, bottom of the 7th inning. They lead it over the Barnstormers, trying to win that series. James Skelton has 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Jovan Rosa with 3 hits and 2 RBIs to lead the way for New Britain. And they're in a rain delay down in Sugar Land, Texas. Patriots and the Skeeters prior to first pitch. Lucas Irvin starting tonight for Somerset. Mitch Talbot, the former Duck, going for Sugar Land. Here is Delta Cleary Jr., switch hitter from the right side. He fouls the first pitch off the mask of Isaiah Tejeda. And the count 0-1. Yankees, after waiting out a long rain delay, ended up getting shut out by the Detroit Tigers 2-0. Jordan Zimmerman, the winner, improved to 7-8. Masahiro Tanaka, the loser, fell to 8-10. And Shane Green picked up his 2nd save of the year. No home runs on either side. Oh-1 here. Cleary Jr. takes the fastball way high and outside. And that will even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mets and the Rockies about to get underway at Coors Field in Colorado. The Mets will send Chris Flex into the mound, 0-1 with an ERA of 9. And Tyler Chatwood will go for the Rockies, 6-11, a 4.78 earned run average. Throw over to first, chasing back Quentin Berry, who, as we mentioned already, has 1 steal tonight and is 8 for 9 in the stolen base department since joining the Ducks. Long Island back to out, hitting the Revolution 8-7 in this game. Now the throw over, and again back safely is Quentin Berry. We mentioned Westfall pitched here 2 nights ago in the 10th inning, struck out the first 2 hitters, but then walked Gotay, gave up a single to Berg. Giovanni Alfonso followed with an RBI single, Dan Lyons an RBI double, and Delta Cleary Jr. a 2-run single, a 4-run 10th inning that gave the Ducks the lead, and eventually the win, 10-7. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Westfall. Kicks and comes home. Runner goes. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throw down to second. Not in time. Quentin Berry is in there safely. So Quentin Berry with his 2nd stolen base of the night. The pitch was a strike, so the count is 1-2. And Berry now 9 of 10 in the stolen base department. Berry gets himself in a scoring position, and again, the Ducks need to find a way to capitalize with runners in scoring position here. Trying to pull back even. There is no action in the Ducks bullpen right now, so it looks as though Jake Dunning will come back out for the 6th inning. From the stretch, here's the 1-2 from Westfall. Kicks and fires. Cleary Jr. chops this one into the ground, foul at home plate. By the way, tonight is the Major League Soccer All-Star game, as the MLS All-Stars will be taking on Real Madrid. Game is yet to get underway. Taking place at Soldier Field in Chicago, excuse me. 1-2, swing and a miss. Cleary Jr. caught on the breaking ball, fishing down in the zone. That is the first strikeout from Westfall, the 3rd for Revolution pitching. Cleary Jr. goes down swinging for the 2nd out of the inning. With 2 away, that'll leave it up to the catcher, Jordan Pacheco. So Cleary Jr. unable to drive in Jordan Pacheco. Cleary Jr. now 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here is Pacheco, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and an RBI on the night, but was thrown out trying to score from second base on Ruben Gotay's single in the 5th. First pitch from Westfall. Pacheco takes the fastball high. It goes off the glove of Tejeda. And that is going to allow Quentin Berry to scamper to 3rd. It will be a pass ball on Isaiah Tejeda. Each side has now had a pass ball in this game. And now Quentin Berry at 3rd base with 2 outs. Still will likely take a hit to bring him in. But let's say Pacheco reaches on an error. That normally would have just moved Berry to 3rd, now would score the run. Also a wild pitch or a pass ball, excuse me, could bring him in. 1-0. Pacheco takes the breaking ball at the knees for a strike, 1-1. On the season, Westfall, here are his numbers. Comes in at 2-7, a 3.49 ERA through 38 games, and he has picked up 1 save this year. Again, that 7th loss coming on Monday night. 1-1. Fastball, outside corner, a called strike to Pacheco. Westfall now a strike 3 away from getting through the inning unharmed. 38 2/3 innings for Westfall, 39 hits, 20 runs, 15 of them earned. He has walked 16 and struck out 54, which is the 2nd most strikeouts among active Revolution pitchers, trailing only Frank Gailey. 1-2, swinging a tapper foul, a breaking ball that Pacheco went after, knocked it down into the dirt. We'll do it again. A ball and 2 strikes. Westfall trying to work around the one-out single from Berry, who has made it from first to third on a stolen base and a pass ball. Ducks trailing by a run. And the 1-2. Pacheco fouls this one off to the first base side. A screamer into the seats. Fights off another pitch, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Been another slow-moving affair. Game 1 of this series took 4 hours and 8 minutes, and after the first half of the game zipped along yesterday, ended up at 3 hours and 5 minutes. And this one already over 2 hours here tonight, and we are only in the top half of the 6th inning. 1-2, breaking ball, and again Pacheco fights it off, drilling it down into the dirt, just getting a piece to stay alive. Pacheco with the walk his last time up, extending his on-base streak once again, so he has now reached base safely in 14 consecutive games. And just simply finding his way on a nightly basis one way or another, whether it be a hit or a walk or both. Berry takes his lead at third, another 1-2 from Westfall. And Pacheco pops it up foul first base side back into the crowd. We'll do it once again. Home plate umpire Derek Moshe will get some fresh baseballs here as Pacheco spoiling many of these pitches from Westfall. And as we saw, struggled with 2 outs here 2 nights ago. As the Ducks had 2 outs, bases empty. John Brownell had gotten ejected for arguing balls and strikes, and all of a sudden the Ducks burst to life to take the lead and win the game. Time called here as Westfall wants to go through the signs once again. Pacheco steps back up to the plate. Westfall gets what he likes from Tejeda. Here's the 1-2. Pacheco was swinging a miss, strike 3. Cut through the breaking ball up in the zone. Westfall strikes out Cleary Jr. and Pacheco. And the Ducks leave yet another runner in scoring position. No runs, a hit in the inning. And Long Island leaving their 9th man on base tonight. 5.5 complete, and it's still 4-3 York.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Ducks having trouble bringing some base runners home in this game. They've left 9 on through the first 6 innings at the plate, and New York still in front by a run, 4-3 the score. Jake Dunning, who came on in the 5th, had a lot of walk before getting the final out of the inning. He also picked off Travis Witherspoon at second. Will stay in to pitch here in the 6th. And he'll be facing the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup for York: Telvin Nash, Jared Mitchell, and Dairon Verona. Reminder that the Ducks head back home tonight after this one is complete. And then the Ducks begin a 7-game homestand starting tomorrow. They will play the crosstown rival Bridgeport Bluefish for 4 games, and the Ducks will either be 2.5 games behind Bridgeport or 1.5 games in back of the Bluefish, depending on the result here tonight. And that obviously going to be a very big series with Bridgeport. Bluefish, their second meeting at Bethpage Ballpark with the Ducks in a big 4-game series for Long Island, Thursday through Sunday. Tickets available for all 4 games in the Ferry Cup Series, and a chance for Long Island, if they can win the series, to guarantee themselves a win in the Ferry Cup Series this year. It would guarantee themselves at least a tie in the series. First pitch here misses high and inside for ball number 1. to Telvin Nash, who tonight is 1 for 2 with an RBI single, which came 2 innings ago in the 4th. And he laced one off the wall and left. 1-0. There's a fastball from Dunning at the knees for a strike, 1-1. So tickets are available. You can get them now at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, which opens tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. You can also go online to liducks.com right now and get your tickets, or get them via the Ducks mobile app on your Apple or Android powered device. 1-1 hit on the ground is short. Dan Lyons gobbles it up, and his throw on to first a little bit offline, but Sonko applies the tag on Nash for the out, and there's one away. So Nash now 1 for 3, 1 out in the 6th. That'll bring up the right fielder, Jared Mitchell. You can also call tomorrow, beginning at 10 o'clock, 631-940-TIXX to get your tickets. Should be a fun series this weekend as the Ducks and the Bluefish, the crosstown rivals, meet, and another chapter of the Ferry Cup series gets written. Ducks will see former big league lefty Manny Parra tomorrow, who will make his major league debut. Right-hander John Brownell will go for the Ducks. First pitch fastball misses inside here, and the count 1-0 on Mitchell, who was 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out swinging back in the second inning, and wrapped it to an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play in the 4th that got Simon out of trouble. 1-0, and that breaking ball misses down and away, 2-0. By the way, the final lines for Alfredo Simon tonight: he goes 4 1/3 innings, allows 4 runs, all of them earned on 7 hits. Did not walk a batter, though, and that is a good sign. Struck out 7. Allowed the homer and also hit a batter. 2-0 is fouled back behind the plate. Simon threw 74 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. And again, he was locked in over the first 3 innings. He struck out 7 batters in the first 3 innings, but did not strike out a batter in either the 4th or the 5th. And combined to allow 6 hits and 4 runs in those 2 innings. Continuing that troubling trend of kind of running out of gas after the first few innings. Second, third time through the lineup, opponents seem to be hitting much better against him. 2-1, fastball outside from Dunning, and Mitchell jumps ahead in the count at 3-1. And by the way, for Giannis, he goes 4 1/3 innings, allowing 6 hits and 3 runs, all of them earned. He walked 4, struck out 2, threw a wild pitch, and tossed 89 pitches total, 50 of them for strikes. 3-1, an outside ball 4, second walk issued by Jake Dunning. Very unlike the right-hander. Has not been walking many since joining the Ducks. In fact, coming into tonight, had walked just 2 in 6 innings. Thus far, has walked 2 in 1 inning. So with 1 out and 1 on, that'll bring up Dairon Verona to the plate. Meanwhile, lefty Chase Hutchinson, who has pitched in each of the first 2 games of this series, is warming up yet again. And the Revolution bullpen, it looks like York's going to use all 3 of their left-handers out of the bullpen in consecutive innings. Dunning looks over to first to keep Mitchell close. Mitchell 10 of 12 in the stolen base department this year. So Long Island will have to pay attention to him. Dunning turns, throws over quickly, and just back in there safely was Mitchell. York has already had a couple of runners caught. They already had Dairon Verona caught stealing at second, and Witherspoon picked off at second in this game. They nearly had another runner almost picked off at first earlier in the game. First pitch here, and the fastball misses inside for ball 1. Dunning falling behind in the count on Verona, who reached on the error to begin the 5th inning. The error by Ruben Gottheim, but then tried to steal second and was caught stealing on the throw down by Pacheco. And that out was a big one for Simon, or at least it appeared like it would be, but then he allowed 2 singles, a homer, and a double before getting lifted from the game. Dunning's 1-0. Here's the pitch, and Verona takes another fastball inside. And Jake Dunning having trouble finding the strike zone once again. He's behind 2-0. And Dan Lyons said it during the pregame interview today that we conducted, that one of the big keys for the pitching staff, especially the relievers who have been struggling of late, is they have to start throwing more strikes and stop walking guys. That has been a big problem, and there's no question about it of late. 2-0, runner bluffs, breaking ball misses inside. Dunning behind at 3 balls and no strikes. And the Ducks bullpen going to start to get active down the left field line. It's got to be so frustrating for Kevin Baez and Billy Horn. They know that they already have a thin bullpen to work with. And when they've got arms out there that they trust and who have been pitching so well for them that can't throw strikes, it's got to be puzzling. 3-0. Taken all the way. There's a strike on the outside corner. And the count 3-1. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. It's just been the case where certain guys on each night, hasn't seemed to be the same guy every night, but some guys one night, some guys other nights, just having trouble with their command or having trouble preventing hits from being given up. But this is a very good offensive team for York. 3-1 from Dunning. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and fouled. First base side out of play. Hit and run was on. Verona fought it off, and now the count full at 3-2. Verona's 0 for 2 tonight. Now 3 for 12 in the series. A double, a run batted in, and a run scored. The 3-2 count here, and I would expect to see Mitchell going again. John Lannon, the left-hander, has begun to warm in the bullpen for Long Island. He has pitched in each of the first 2 games of this series. Payoff pitch from Dunning. Runner goes, and the 3-2 is way inside, ball 4. So Jake Dunning has walked back-to-back hitters with 1 out here in the 6th. He has now walked 3 of the 5 batters that he has faced. And that is going to bring Billy Horn, the pitching coach for the Ducks, out of the dugout. And it's tough because there's really not much you can say as a pitching coach unless you see something mechanically that a pitcher is doing wrong. Is it like this really just to try and settle down the pitcher and try and get some focus while at the same time also allowing a reliever to continue to get loose? But a lefty not coming up for York all the way until Michael Burgess comes up, and you've got a total of 5 right-handed hitters in between. So I don't think this is a lefty-lefty, righty-righty situation at all. It's a matter of just trying to settle down Dunning and try and get him to start throwing strikes again. Again, a double play on a ground ball to get him out of trouble. But he's working himself into a difficult situation, walking 2 straight hitters with 1 out. And while the Ducks have not been able to come up with a big hit in this game, the Revolution certainly have with the 3-run home run from Harris last inning. And a chance to extend their lead here with Mitchell at second and Verona at first. First pitch on the way to Carlos Trienfel. And he'll take a breaking ball that missed inside and almost hit him. And once again, Dunning behind in the count at a ball and no strikes. Tonight, thus far, Trienfel is 1 for 2. He singled his last time up in the 5th and ended up scoring on the home run. Struck out his first time up in the 3rd. The 1-0 from Dunning. A slashed foul down the right field line up into an empty row of seats. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. One thing the Revolution were doing a lot of in the first 3 innings were swinging at pitches out of the zone from Alfredo Simon, who had a great breaking ball working. He's getting a lot of swings and misses. And York has not struck out since the 3rd inning after Simon got off to such a good start. So the Revolution being much more patient at the plate, working the count. And when they see pitches near the zone, they're swinging a good bat. Kicking a turn back to second to keep a close eye on Mitchell. (4-3) York, bottom of the 6th inning. 2 on, 1 out, thanks to a couple of walks from Jake Dunning. And Carlos Trienfel at the plate from the right side. Another long look from Dunning, now deals to the plate. Trienfel chases that time down in the zone. So there, Dunning got him to chase. Reyes had crept in, was expecting a throw back from Dunning, who never did throw it there. And thankfully, Trienfel did not hit it to the right side where there would have been a massive hole. So now the count is 1-2. And Dunning, a strike 3 away from getting the 2nd out of the inning. And again, a ground ball at one of the infielders away from potentially getting out of trouble in this inning. Hutchinson, the lefty, warming up for York. Lannon, the lefty, warming up for Long Island. 1-2. Breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 3. Trienfel chased out of the zone. So a big 2nd out there for Jake Dunning as he strikes out Trienfel, the 8th strikeout for Ducks pitching tonight. 2 away here in the 6th, and that is going to leave it up to the shortstop, Ryan Dent.
For 17, Ryan Dent.
So with 2 away, here is Ryan Dent to the plate, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored tonight. Mitchell from second, Verona from first with 2 down. First pitch from Jake Dunning, and Dent takes a fastball, belt high for strike one. Dent singled his last time up, scored on the home run an inning ago, struck out looking back in the third inning. And in this series, Ryan Dent has 7 hits in 11 at-bats, a double, a homer, 2 RBIs, and 4 runs scored. He has been an absolute thorn in the Ducks' side. Was 3 for 4 yesterday. And the 0-1 here is swung on and missed. A good breaking ball again from Jake Dunning. So he quickly gets ahead of Dent at 0-2. And ahead in the count now here, he might be able to expand the zone once again and try and get Dent to chase for strike 3. Sonko, the first baseman, playing past the runner, not holding him on with 2 on. Reyes, the second baseman, shaded towards the middle as well. 0-2, and Dent a half swing at a breaking ball. They appeal to first, and they say strike 3. Brian DeBrouwer said that Ryan Dent went around swinging on the half swing. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jake Dunning, and he strands 2 on base. So in the 6th, no runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 2 men left. We take this game to the 7th here in York, Revolution 4, and the Ducks 3.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Michael Pollock here with you as we move to the 7th inning here in the rubber game of a 3-game series. York Revolution out in front 4-3, thanks to Alonzo Harris's 3-run home run in the 5th. Good work by Jake Dunning to strike out both Carlos Trienfel and Ryan Dent and leave a pair of runners on base after he walked back-to-back hitters with 1 out. Meanwhile, the Revolution will call upon their 3rd reliever. All 3 have been left-handers, as Chase Hutchinson will come on and pitch for a 3rd straight night. And he's going to face the lefties Krause and Sonko, and then the switch hitter Gotai. So no surprise to see him come in. Through a scoreless inning here 2 nights ago and retired the only batter he faced in yesterday's game, recording arguably the biggest out in the game at the time. So here is Krause from the left side, who has 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch, and the breaking ball misses outside for ball 1. Luke Westfall throws a scoreless inning in the 6th, allowed a 1-out single to Quentin Berry, who made it to 3rd on a stolen base and a pass ball. But he struck out Cleary Jr. and Jordan Pacheco to strand Berry at 3rd base. 1-0, and Krause swings and misses, cutting through the fastball about knee-high. And that'll even things up at 1-1. Krause had an RBI single to center with 2 outs in the 1st inning that gave the Ducks the early lead, then grounded out to the mound in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 5th. 1-1. Breaking ball, weakly hit on the ground to second base. Right there is Alonzo Harris. He throws to first for the out. So Mark Krause retired as he got jammed on that pitch. And there's the first out in the 7th inning. Numbers on Hutchinson this year have been great. 3-3 record and a 2.08 ERA through 38 games out of the bullpen. He has recorded 1 save. 30 hits given up in 34 2/3 innings. 11 runs, 8 of which have been earned. He has walked 17 and struck out 31. So with one away, up to the plate, he's going to step the lefty swinging Angelo Sanko. First pitch from Hutchinson. Sanko takes a fastball off the outside corner. And the count 1-0. Sanko tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Picked up that walk in the 5th inning. That was the last batter that Steve Janis faced. Loaded up the bases for Ruben Gotay. Swinging a foul tip at home plate by Sanko into the dirt. And now 1 ball and 1 strike. Prior to that, Sanko was robbed of a base hit in the 4th inning on the shallow liner to center, and then grounded out to second in the 1st. The count is 1-1. The time called here as it looks like Hutchinson wants a new baseball. Derek Mosher, the home plate umpire, will oblige and send one out to the mound. Be another 1-1 coming up. Kicking the pitch. Sanko takes the fastball outside, missed the corner. And now 2-1 on the Ducks' first baseman. No action in the Revolution bullpen, so Hutchinson scheduled a pitch here this 7th inning with the 2 lefties and then the switch hitter coming up. Also no action in the Ducks bullpen, so it looks like Dunning will throw again in the bottom of the 7th. Sanko was swinging a miss late on the fastball. And Hutchinson evens up the count at 2-2. Ducks out hitting the Revolution 8-7, but York ahead on the run column 4-3. Ducks have the only error in this game. 2-2. Good eye by Sanko, lays off the slider outside. Runs the count full at 3-2, and Sanko trying to work his way on for the 2nd time tonight. Here's the payoff pitch from the lefty. Kicks and fires, and Sanko swings and misses for strike 3, chasing down in the zone. So Sanko tries to expand the zone. He strikes out. 5th strikeout for Revolution pitching. And with 2 away and the bases empty, that'll leave it up to the 3rd baseman, Ruben Gotay.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 30, Ruben Gotay.
So that'll leave it up to Gotay. And if the Ducks don't find a way to come back, they'll absolutely be kicking themselves for what happened in the 4th and the 5th when they had the bases loaded twice and came up with just 1 run. First pitch, and Gotay takes a fastball low. And the count 1-0, and 1 swing of the bat has proved to be the difference to this point. That was Harris's 3-run home run in the 5th. Gotay is 1 for 3, had an RBI single to center in the 5th inning. Was hoping to score 2 on that play. As the 1-0 hits the outside corner for strike 1, but Jordan Pacheco, who was sent around third by Kevin Baez, thrown out trying to go in at home plate standing up. A good tag made by Tejeda on the leg as Pacheco tried to race in. Otherwise, that would have given the Ducks a 4-1 advantage. 1-1. Gotay takes upstairs and outside, ball 2. Hutchinson looking to try and set down the Ducks in order in the top half of the 7th inning. Came in yesterday with 2 on and 2 out after back-to-back walks by Gailey against Pacheco and Krause. And got Sanko to pop out foul to 3rd. Sanko represented the tying run. After a scoreless inning here in the 7th, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 2. That misses downstairs. Good eye again from Gotay as he works the count to 3-1. Trying to get on base to represent the tying run with Elmer Reyes waiting in the on-deck circle. Good hitters count here for the former big leaguer Gotay. 3-1 pitch from Hutchinson. Here it comes, and Gotay fouls it off. Got a good pitch to hit up in the zone and knocked it down into the ground. Now the count full at 3-2. And Hutchinson is strike 3 away from a 1-2-3-7. Ducks have been retired in order just once tonight, and that was in the 2nd inning. And Gotay and Reyes popped out, and Alfonso grounded out. 3-2. Hutchinson delivers, and Gotay takes high and outside, ball 4. A 2-out walk to Ruben Gotay, the 6th walk drawn by the Ducks tonight. And another walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. Mentioned last night the Ducks drew 4 walks in the game. And of those 4, none ended up coming around to score. Tonight, Ducks have drawn a total of 6 walks, and to this point only 1 has come around to score. That was Cleary Jr., who led off the 5th. Let's see what Elmer Reyes can do about it. Gotay takes his lead off at first. And the first pitch from Hutchinson is a breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 1. Reyes has been on 2 of the 3 times he's come to the plate tonight. He singled to right in the 4th, drew a walk in the 5th. His walk in the 5th loaded up the bases against Westfall, but Alfonso popped out, against Gaynor, but Alfonso popped out to the wall in left. Reyes chases way down in the zone here for strike 2. Reyes also the K-man tonight, so the fans hoping that he'll strike out and they can win some free mozzarella sticks. 0-2 the count on Elmer Reyes as Gotay leads from first with 2 down. Hutchinson comes set, kicks and delivers. Reyes takes way outside on the slider. Thought about it, but held off. Reyes is 2 for 11 in this series. Has not driven in or scored a run. Trying to keep the inning alive here after Gotay worked the 2-out walk. And the 1-2. Swinging a broken back, ground ball to third base. Carlos Trienfeld will go the short way to second for the force, and the side is retired. So the Ducks get a 2-out walk, but they leave their 10th runner on base tonight. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. Time to stretch here at PeoplesBank Park. Revolution in front, 4-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Rob Rogers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Jake Dunning is going to stay in for another inning of relief as we go to the bottom half of the 7th. Long Island trailing 4-3 in the rubber game of this 3-game series. Dunning, who came in, allowed a walk and got a pickoff and a ground out to end the 5th inning without any further trouble. Allowed a pair of 1-out walks back-to-back in the 6th, but struck out Trienfeld and Dent to get out of further trouble. And now will be facing the top of the order in inning number 7. And we mentioned earlier the Ducks bullpen a little bit on the thin side tonight. As Kevin Baez said before the game, he is without closer David Arzma, so Amalio Diaz would be his closer tonight. Patrick Kreider has thrown 3 days in a row, so he's unavailable. Yuri De La Rosa also unavailable, and very likely to Rob Rogers and possibly Zach Treese not available. So really, aside from Jake Dunning, as that pitch in for a strike, the Ducks have Tyler Levine and Amalio Diaz, as we mentioned on the bullpen, John Lannon, who was warming up earlier, and possibly Dennis O'Grady as well. The 0-1, bunted at by Harris to the first base side of the mound. Nice play by Dunning to get it, and he flips over to first for the out. Good alert play by Dunning to get to that hard-hit bunt. Harris retired. He is now 2 for 4 in this game. It's surprising that he tried to bunt his way on there, considering he launched a 3-run home run his last time out. Gives the Ducks an out there. And with one away, that will bring up the center fielder, Travis Witherspoon. Again, the Blue Crabs defeated the Blue Fish earlier today, 5-4 in walk-off fashion. The winning pitcher was Jesse Beal, who improved to 6-3. Elvin Ramirez, the loser, fell to 3-2. First pitch here is a fastball inside, and the count 1-0. L.J. Hose, who had a 3-hit, 3 RBI day, won it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the ninth with a base hit. Luis Allen hit his third home run of the year for the Blue Crabs. 1-0 slider misses low. And the count 2-0 on Witherspoon, who picked up a double his first at bat, but then got picked off at second base. Hernandez, Cuevas, and Nina all homered for the Bluefish in a losing effort. 2-0. Popped up foul, first base side out of play. And now 2-1 on Witherspoon. Bees and the Barnstormers are now tied at 5. Bottom half of the 8th inning in Lancaster. Barnstormers have the bases loaded and Bo Amaral at the plate. Brandon League on the mound for the Bees. He is struggling. And R.J. Hively most recently in for the Stormers. Joel Gardner started for Lancaster. Nate Greenwood for the Bees. As here Witherspoon pops one up towards first base. Moving down is Angelo Sanko. And along the line, he'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Harris and Witherspoon have been retired to begin this 7th. Now with 2 outs, that will leave it up to Isaiah Tejeda. Bees have 3 hits, 3 RBIs from James Skelton, 3 hits and 2 RBIs from Jovan Rosa. 2 hits, 2 RBIs leading the way for the Barnstormers from Sean Halton. And now Lancaster has taken a 6-5 lead thanks to a wild pitch thrown by Brandon League. So with 2 down and the base is empty, Isaiah Tejeda will step to the plate. They are underway now in Sugar Land after the rain delay, and the Patriots have a 2-1 lead over the Sugar Land Skeeters. First pitch from Jake Dunning. And it's line in the air down the right field line, hit pretty well. Back into the corner goes Mark Krause. He watches this one go off the wall. Tejeda's going to stop at first base as the throw comes in quickly from Krause. And a 2-out single for Tejeda, his second hit of the night. As he is now 2 for 3 with a walk. Mitch Talbot on the mound tonight for Sugar Land. Lucas Irvin for Somerset. And with the lefty Michael Burgess coming to the plate, it looks as though Kevin Baez is going to come out and call upon the lefty John Lannon, who is starting to get loose. And Jake Dunning has come out of this game after doing very well through a little over 2 innings, 2 1/3 innings. And did his job to this point of keeping the Revolution off the scoreboard. Now Lannon will have to try and retire Burgess to get through this inning. Pitching change here in York with the Revs leading 4-3, bottom of the 7th.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickalock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
John Lannon is on to pitch for the Long Island Ducks here in the bottom half of inning number 7, as the Ducks right now currently trailing 4-3 to the York Revolution in the final game of this 3-game series. And it is going to be Lannon on to face the designated hitter Michael Burgess, a lefty hitter. And the goal here would be for Lannon to get Burgess out and send this to the 8th inning with the score still a difference of just 1 run. Michael Burgess will step up to the plate. Tonight he is 0 for 3. Lannon pitching for the 3rd straight night as he misses on a breaking ball down and away for ball 1. Lannon through 2/3 of an inning here on Monday night, allowed a hit and a walk, struck out 1. And yesterday, 2/3 of an inning as he induced a double play to get out of trouble in the 7th. Burgess takes a breaking ball down and in, and Lannon now behind it, 2-0. So not the start that Lannon wanted out of the bullpen, falling behind right away against Burgess, who has struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice, and bounced to first. Runner leads from first with 2 outs. That's Tejeda. There's a fastball at the knees for strike 1 from Lannon. Joe Van Meter, meanwhile, has begun to warm for the Revolution, so it looks like he will come on to pitch the 8th inning. Two-one. Slider swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there from John Lannon. Got Aristide a pop up in the air to shallow center yesterday, and Elmer Reyes made a fabulous play. You can see the highlight on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, in yesterday's game highlights. Went out into right center, made a great over-the-shoulder catch, and threw back to second to get the runner off of second base and get out of further trouble. 2-2 to Burgess, swinging a foul ball over the screen, third base side, hits off the facing of the suite level and comes back down below. So we'll do it once again at 2-2. Ducks trying to keep this a 1-run game, each team now with 8 hits. Burgess steps back up to the plate to see another 2-2 from Lannon. Left-hander kicks and fires, and Burgess will swing and hit a ground ball to the right side. The second baseman, Reyes, is there, waits for Sanko to get back to first, and he does get there in time for the final out of the inning. So Lannon gets the job done, coming on to retire the lefty. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. 2 1/3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen from Jake Dunning. A good job by him. We head to the 8th here at PeoplesBank Park. Ducks still looking to tie up this game or take the lead. They trail by a run.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Joe Van Meter is the new pitcher for the Revolution as we go to the top half of the 8th inning here in York. Revs have 4 runs, the Ducks with 3. Each team with 8 hits, the Ducks with the only error. And that is where we stand going into the 8th inning here in the series finale. Van Meter will come on. The right-hander relieves Chase Hutchinson, and he will face Giovanni Alfonso, Dan Lyons, and Quentin Berry. 8-9-1 the Ducks order. Finishing up with the out-of-town scoreboard, Tigers 2, Yankees nothing earlier today. Jordan Zimmerman, the win, improved to 7-8. Masahiro Tanaka, the loser, fell to 8-10. Shane Green, his second save of the year. No home runs in that one. Mets and the Rockies scoreless right now, bottom of the 3rd inning in Colorado. Chris Flexen on the mound for the Mets, Tyler Chatwood going for the Rockies. First pitch from Van Meter to Alfonso on the way, and Alfonso takes way outside for ball 1. And scoreless in the MLS All-Star game between the MLS All-Stars and Real Madrid. So 1-0 on Alfonso as we begin the top half of the 8th inning. Alfonso tonight 1 for 3, picked up a single back in the 4th inning.
You only have what, 4 or 3?
And Meter works out of the stretch, and the pitch on the way is on the inside corner, a fastball for strike 1. Alfonso single was sandwiched in between a ground out to third in the second and a fly out to left in the fifth. We have 1 ball, 1 strike pitch coming up. Van Meter kicks and deals, and Alfonso a swing and a miss. Late on the pitch from Van Meter. And the count goes to 1-2. Right-hander pitched an inning in yesterday's game, came on for the 7th. And he allowed a leadoff walk to Ruben Gotay, but nothing further. Got a double play from Alex Berg. Alfonso reached on an error by the shortstop Dent. The line's grounded into a force to end that inning. 1-2 breaking ball misses down and away. And that will even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. For the moment, no action in the Ducks bullpen. If Long Island able to tie it or take the lead, you might see different. But for now, nothing doing. 2-2 from Van Meter. And Alfonso was swinging a foul ball. He was late again, but just got enough of it to stay alive. And we will do it yet again. Every Duck has been on base at least once tonight, whether it be a single or a walk. Cleary, Pacheco, Sonko are the only 3 without a hit. 2-2. Good eye on the fastball from Alfonso. He takes down and in. That'll run the count full at 3-2. The Ducks would love to get the leadoff man on as we begin the 8th inning. Here comes the payoff pitch. Alfonso a swinging a line drive down the right field line. Long run for Jared Mitchell into the corner. He won't get it, and they're going to call it a foul ball. They say it just went foul down the line in the right field corner. Alfonso with his hands on his head as he thought it was fair. Kevin Baez all the way over in the third base coach's box. Has not gone over to first base, but just looking down there. Hard for us to tell whether or not that was indeed a fair ball or a foul ball. And I think those in the booth off to our right, in the home radio booth, indicating that a look on the replay said that it was indeed foul, but not by much. And I don't have a direct look at it, so I have not seen the play to know for sure. Another payoff pitch to Alfonso, and he swings and fouls it over the screen. Good cut by Alfonso to stay alive. That is some of the tough luck that the Ducks have been falling into at points this season, where even when they've hit the ball hard, they've hit it well. They've either gotten it just foul or right at a fielder, and there Alfonso thought he had an inning-opening double, and it just missed the line. Another 3-2, and he swings and misses for strike 3, chasing down in the zone. Tejeda will throw on a first to get him out. And that dumb luck, the difference of an inning-opening double and a strikeout for Alfonso, one away. A tough break for Long Island there. And now the base is empty, 1 out, and that'll bring Dan Lyons up to the plate. Now Dan Lyons will step up to the plate to hit. Lyons is going to bat from the right side in the first pitch from Van Meter. That's line towards second, and a leaping catch made by Alonzo Harris. And talk about more tough luck for the Ducks. A solid line drive off the bat of Lyons, but does not get enough air, and Harris able to make the grab for the second out. So the Ducks could have had a double and a single, but the luck not on their side here in the 8th inning. And that has got to be deflating as a team when things like that happen. So with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to Quentin Berry. Berry batting from the left side. He has had a great day thus far. First pitch to him is slashed down the third baseline, foul. And so the count 0-1 on Berry. He has 3 hits and 4 at-bats today. All singles, has a run scored and 2 stolen bases. Van Meter comes set. And the 0-1. Fastball missing down and in. That'll leave the count at 1-1. Again, the Ducks looking to get the tying run on base here. just want to get that tying run on. But Long Island again has had trouble getting runners in when they've had him on base. The 1-1, Berry, a ground ball hit to short. Ryan Dent gobbles it up. His throw on to first. A good stretch by Telvin Nash to retire the Speedy Berry for the final out of a 1-2-3 inning. A tough break for Long Island. Nearly had a double from Alfonso, nearly had a base hit from Lyons, but a strikeout followed, a line out, followed. And the Ducks go down in order here in the 8th inning. We head to the bottom half of inning number 8. York still in front 4-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then you should follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. Ducks are tweeting right now. You can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. John Lennon, who retired Michael Burgess to get out of the 7th inning, is going to stay in and pitch the 8th. He will face Telvin Nash, the righty swinging first baseman, to begin. And the first pitch is popped foul back behind the plate, 0-1. So Jake Dunning goes 2 1/3 innings in relief of Alfredo Simon. He allows 1 hit, and that was the single by Isaiah Tejeda with 2 out in the 7th. No runs. Did walk 3 batters. That was a little troubling for him, but ultimately didn't let it hurt him. Struck out 2. Including Trionfel and Dent back-to-back after Dunning had allowed the back-to-back walks with 1 out. So good work from him. 0-1. Line drive in the air to right center. Cleary Jr. racing in on the run, and he's going to get there to make the catch for out number 1. Nash retired. He is now 1 for 4 on the night. A 1 hit was an RBI single to left back in the 4th. That got the Revolution on the scoreboard. And if you're just joining us, the Ducks took the lead in the 1st inning on a 2-out RBI single by Mark Krause. They added another run in the 3rd on a ground out by Jordan Pacheco. But in the top of the 4th, Ducks loaded the bases with 2 out, could not score. Revs got a run in the bottom half of the 4th inning on the RBI single to left by Nash with 1 out, following a hit by pitch, a single, and a fielder's choice ground out. First pitch here, slashed foul off the bat of Jared Mitchell down the left field line. And the count 0-1. The Ducks then scratched out a run in the 5th inning when they got 3 walks out of the first 4 hitters to load the bases against Janus. Jared Gaynor came in. He allowed an RBI single to Ruben Gotay, and on that play, Pacheco thrown out trying to score from second. Boy, does that loom large now. And then Reyes drew a walk to load the bases, but Alfonso popped out to the wall in left to end that inning. Just more of that tough luck for Long Island as Mitchell takes inside for ball 1. And so the Ducks leaving the bases loaded in the 4th and the 5th. And it came back to bite him in the bottom of the 5th inning as a 3-run home run with 1 out off the bat of Alonzo Harris, who hits a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 5th inning for the 2nd straight night. Puts York on top 4-3. 1-1. Mitchell takes a breaking ball that hits the inside corner for strike 2. Mitchell over 2 with a walk tonight. That walk coming in the 6th inning. Michael Burgess, the only Revolution batter that has not reached base safely in this game. Everybody else has been on at least once, except for Travis. Even Travis Witherspoon has, because he had gotten hit by a pitch, then Witherspoon took over and doubled his first at bat. Breaking ball misses low. And that'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2 here on Mitchell, a lefty hitter with the righty Dairon Verona to follow him. Lannon kicks and comes home. And this hit on the ground is short. Dan Lyons bobbles the tough hop, recovers, throws to first, not in time. Mitchell beats it out. And another defensive miscue for Long Island, as Lyons could not come up with it, and it'll be an error on Lyons' 15th of the season. Second error of the game for Long Island. The infield certainly in much better shape here than it was in Bridgeport, where a couple of tough hops cost the Ducks on Friday night. Lyons was right where that ball was. It seemed to take a tricky bounce. Lyons could not recover, and Mitchell speed one out. So 1 on, 1 out. And here is Verona to the plate, who takes outside for ball 1. And for the Ducks, who committed 2 errors last night, 2 more here tonight. And York trying to add to their 4-3 lead to give Brad Allen, the closer, who is warming in the bullpen, some breathing room. The 1-0 from Lannon to Verona. Takes down and away. And Lannon behind at 2-0. Verona is 0 for 2 in this game. He drew a walk his last time up in the 6th. Prior to that, a fly out, and then reached on an error in the 5th inning, but was caught stealing at second base. Good hitters count here. 2-0 pitch. And Verona takes down and in. Lannon behind at 3-0. Left-hander and former big leaguer making his 16th appearance on the year. He's 1-0, has a 4.82 ERA. 18 2/3 innings. He has allowed 21 hits, 10 runs, all of them earned, 9 walks to 22 strikeouts. So 3-0 here on Verona. Let's see if he gets the green light. Mitchell leads from first. Here's the pitch. Verona takes all the way, and that's in for a strike. And the count 3-1. Lannon obviously looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2. Left-hander kicks and throws over to first to chase Mitchell back to the bag. Mitchell has good speed, 10 of 12 in the stolen base department this year. Three-one pitch. Lannon fires. Runner goes, and this is swung on and blooped down the right field line. Sonko chasing in foul ground. It is out of play. Lands on the warning track over the head of Sonko. Now the count full at 3-2, and I would expect to see Mitchell running once again. This time on the payoff pitch from John Lannon. Imperative for the Ducks here to keep it at a 1-run game if they want to try and come back against Allen, an all-star closer for the Revolution. Ducks will have 2, 3, and 4 in their order coming to the plate. Cleary Jr., Pacheco, and Kraus due up. Switch hitter, righty, and a lefty. 3-2, runner goes, and this is taken high and outside, ball 4. So a walk issued by John Lannon, the 4th walk given up by the Ducks bullpen here tonight. And after the error in the walk, 2 free bases given to Revolution batters, 2 on, 1 out. And now Carlos Trianfel, the third baseman, going to come to the plate.
For the Revolution, your third baseman, number 34, Carlos Trianfel.
So 2 on, 1 away. Lannon in a pickle here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It looks like Rob Rogers or maybe somebody else might be starting to get loose for the Ducks in the bullpen down the left field line. It's Zach Treese, actually, who is getting loose. Runner goes for third. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw goes down to second base, and it is in time. They got Verona out at second base. A double steal by Mitchell and Verona broke late, and he gets thrown out down at second base. So another bad base running mistake for the Revolution, and a good heads-up play by Pacheco, realizing he had no chance at Mitchell down at third base, who is going to get credit for the stolen base. His 11th, but caught stealing for the second time tonight at second base is Dairon Verona. And now 2 outs and a runner at third. And an 0-1 pitch upcoming to Carlos Trienfeld. Trienfeld tonight is 1 for 3 with a single, a run scored, and 2 strikeouts. The 0-1 from Lannon, swung on and ripped to short. Nice play by Lyons to stay with it, and he throws on to first for the out. Excellent play by Dan Lyons, who commits an error earlier in the inning, but stays with that sharp ground ball from Carlos Trienfeld and is able to get out of trouble. So in the inning, no runs for the Revolution, no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. To the 9th inning we go. Do the Ducks have a rally in them? They trail it by 1, 4-3 the score here in the rubber game of the 3-game series.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you're listening to the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, we go to the 9th inning here at PeoplesBank Park, the final game of the road trip for the Ducks and the rubber game of this 3-game series. Long Island trailing 4-3, each team with 8 hits. The Ducks have committed the only 2 errors of the game, and fortunately for Long Island, the 2 errors have not come back to hurt them. But we go to the top of the 9th, and Brad Allen, the closer, is on for the Revolution to make his 2nd appearance of the series. He threw in a tie game here in the 9th inning 2 nights ago and retired the side in order, striking out 1. He faced the top of the order that time, Cleary Jr., Reyes, and Pacheco. And sure enough here, it'll be Cleary Jr., Pacheco, and Kraus as the 3 to come to the plate. The Ducks in need of a rally here to try and come back and at least tie this game, if not take the lead, if they have any hope of winning this 3-game set. So, Allen is ready to go on the mound. Cleary Jr. will step up to the plate. Now let's see what the Ducks can do here after John Lannon was able to get through the bottom of the 8th inning without any harm done. And thus far tonight from the Ducks bullpen, a total of 3 innings, 3 2/3 innings of relief, from Dunning and Lannon. First pitch here, Cleary Jr. takes a fastball, strike over the outside corner. 3 2/3 innings from Dunning and Lannon, and they combined to allow just 1 hit. They did walk 4 and struck out 2, but ultimately is the 0 to keep off the Revolution off the scoreboard. Fastball misses inside this time from Allen, and that evens the count up at 1-1 on Cleary Jr., who is 0 for 2 on the night with a pop out and a strikeout. He walked, stole a base, and scored in the 5th, and laid down a sac bunt in the 1st. Lines 1 foul down the 3rd base line here out of play. Now Allen quickly ahead of Cleary Jr. at 1-2. The Ducks hoping to get Cleary Jr. on here, the leadoff hitter with his speed. They want to get him on and potentially either sacrifice him or get him moving in a scoring position. But Allen ahead 1-2. Right-hander winds and fires, and Cleary Jr. swings. It's a ground ball to the right side. Over is the second baseman Alonzo Harris to his left. Throws to first for the out. And Cleary Jr. retired for out number 1 in the 9th inning. Allen on the year for York, an all-star, 1-2 record, a 2.21 ERA, 13 saves in 39 games, going for save number 14 here tonight. He's allowed 34 hits and 11 walks in 40 2/3 innings, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, and has struck out 29. So with 1 away, Jordan Pacheco will step to the plate from the right side. Pacheco 0 for 3 with a walk in tonight's game. And first pitch here is popped up. Pacheco swings first pitch and pops it up to the right side of the infield. first baseman Telvin Nash under it to make the catch. Pacheco retired on one pitch, and the Revolution 1 out away from a win here tonight and a series victory. At this point, there's really no need to categorize any losses for the Ducks as whether or not they're tough losses or not tough losses. Every loss at this point for the Ducks is tough. They know every game is of utmost importance here, trailing in the division, having not won the first half. Long Island needs to find a way to creep up in the standings. They won here on opening night of this series to get it to within a game and a half, but lost yesterday to fall back to 2.5. And a chance to gain a game on Bridgeport, who lost earlier today. But Long Island with the bases empty, 2 outs, trailing by 1. Here is Mark Krause to the plate, and he takes the first pitch low from Allen for ball 1. The Ducks had a 2-0 lead at one point and then a 3-1 lead tonight. But Alonzo Harris's 3-run home run in the bottom of the 5th, the big hit that York got that Long Island hasn't to this point. 1-0. Krause takes another pitch down in the zone. That misses for ball 2. Mark Krause tonight is 1 for 4 at the plate, has only hit an RBI single up the middle back in the first. Since then he has grounded out to the mound, struck out looking, and grounded to second. Ducks have action in their bullpen going in case Long Island able to tie it or take the lead. Allen's 2-0. Krause swings and fouls it back behind the plate. He's ready to hack there in a good hitter's count. Fights it off, foul back behind. And now 2-1. Long Island has not picked up a hit since the 6th inning when Berry singled with 1 out and made it to third base. But strikeouts of Cleary Jr. and Pacheco followed. 2-1 is a breaking ball outside corner at the knees, a called strike. Krause thought it was too low. Kevin Baez couldn't believe it down at third. Krause was called out on strikes back in inning number 5 on a borderline pitch that the Ducks did not agree with. Now the count 2-2 and the Revolution a strike away from victory. Allen gets the sign. 2-2 on the way here to Mark Krause, and he will swing and miss for strike 3. He blows the fastball by him. This ball game is over, and the York Revolution come from behind to win it 4-3, and they take 2 of 3 here on the series. So the Ducks end the road trip at 2-4. The counting goes off to celebrate the Revolution win. A tough end of the series and a tough end of the road trip for the Ducks. After they felt like they could have swept the 3-game series from Bridgeport, they come away with only 1 win. And Long Island ends up coming up with only 1 win here in Pennsylvania. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We're going to recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Ducks drop the road trip finale here to the York Revolution 4-3, and they end the road trip with a 2-4 record. A very tough road trip for the Ducks, who had an opportunity to sweep aside the Bridgeport Bluefish up in Connecticut, where they had some big leads on Friday night and Sunday afternoon and could not come up with the wins in those two. And after taking the opening game of the series in 10 innings on Monday night, Long Island's offense succumbs to the Revolution offense. And Frank Gailey, the starter yesterday, and a 3-run home run by Alonzo Harris again in the 5th inning tonight, hurts Long Island after they had an early lead. So the Revolution come away with the win. The Ducks fall to 11-14. The Ducks end their win-loss alternation at 19 games, as they have now lost 2 straight games for the first time since early in July. And the Ducks now 11-14 in the second half, 47-48 overall. They remain 2.5 games in back of Bridgeport in the Liberty Division. York improves to 15-11 here in the second half, 43-53 overall. And for the moment are now a game and a half behind the Barnstormers. To recap this game, Ducks got the early lead in the first inning against Steve Janis, the starter for the Revolution. Quentin Berry led off the game with a single, sacrificed to second, moved to third on a ground out, and scored on an RBI single by Mark Krause. And then 2 innings later, they added a run when Dan Lyons singled and Quentin Berry singled to open the inning. The Ducks had runners at first and third with nobody out, but Cleary Jr. popped to short, and after Berry stole second, Pacheco grounded out to third, and Mark Krause grounded out back to the mound. So the Ducks got just 1 run on Pacheco's ground out to short that scored Dan Lyons, but Long Island had the lead 2-0. And the top of the fourth, the second of the big missed opportunities for the Ducks came when they had the bases empty, 2 out. They ended up loading the bases on singles to Reyes and Alfonso and a walk to Lyons. But Quentin Berry then swung first pitch against Janis and grounded out to first. And in the bottom half of the inning, after Alfredo Simon started off brilliantly, retiring 9 of the first 10 hitters, striking out 7 of them, he hit Alexi Casilla with a pitch. He went from first to third on a hit and run with Isaiah Tejeda, who singled to right. And then Simon was able to get Casilla trying to score from third base on a ground ball to first from Michael Burgess, a 3-2 fielder's choice. So there was runners at first and second with only 1 out in the inning. But Telvin Nash then singled off the wall and left to score Tejeda and make it a 2-1 game before Mitchell grinded into a double play to get out of further trouble. So it was 2-1 going into the fifth. The Ducks had another big opportunity when 3 of the first 4 hitters in the inning reached base on walks from Steve Janis that chased him from the game. In came Jared Gaynor. And Gaynor allowed a base hit up the middle to Ruben Gotay that scored Cleary Jr. from third. Pacheco tried to score from second on the play, but was thrown out at the plate going in, standing up on the throw-in from Alonzo Harris. And so he was thrown out at the plate, and that prevented the Ducks from taking a 4-1 lead. And boy, would that run loom large. Elmer Reyes followed with a walk to load the bases again, but Giovanni Alfonso popped up to the warning track and left for the final out of the inning, and for the second straight inning, the Ducks leave the bases loaded, and that would come back to bite them in the bottom half of the 5th inning. After Dairon Verona reached on an error and got caught stealing at second, bases empty, 1 out, Carlos Trianfel and Ryan Dent picked up back-to-back singles, and that set the stage for Alonzo Harris, who lifted a 3-run home run over the wall and left. For the second straight night, Harris clears the arch nemesis with a 5th inning 3-run home run, and his team leading 14th long ball of the year puts the Revolution on top by the count of 4-3, and that would be enough. The Ducks got a runner to third with 1 out in the 6th inning, but Cleary Jr. and Jordan Pacheco struck out to strand Berry at third, and they would pick up 1 walk throughout the rest of the game from that point on, a 2-out walk to Ruben Gotay, and could not plate the tying run as the Revolution hold on for the 4-3 win. Final totals from tonight for York: 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They leave 7 for the Ducks. 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 10 on base. That was the absolute killer as the missed opportunities haunt the Ducks here tonight. The winning pitcher was Jared Gaynor in relief of Steve Janis, who improves to 1-0 on the year. Alfredo Simon, who got off to such a good start, allows the 3-run home run and suffers the loss. He falls to 1-3. Brad Allen with his 14th save through a scoreless 9th inning. The game took 3 hours and 15 minutes. Another long one here in York. 3,767 tonight's attendance. Tonight's player of the game, we're going to give it to Alonzo Harris of the Revolution. He was 2 for 4 at the plate with the game-winning 3-run home run in the bottom of the 5th inning. That proved to be the difference as the Revolution defeated the Ducks 4-3. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll wrap things up from the road trip.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here at PeoplesBank Park, where the Long Island Ducks fall to the York Revolution in the final game of this three-game series, 4-3. Ducks will head back home, and they will open up a 7-game homestand tomorrow. The Ferry Cup Series comes back to Long Island, and the first of 4 games tomorrow night at PeoplesBank Park, at Bethpage Ballpark, between the Ducks and the Bluefish. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the one positive note to take out of today for the Ducks is they didn't lose ground on Bridgeport. They still remain 2.5 games in back of the Bluefish in the Liberty Division standings. Southern Maryland with a 5-4 walk-off win over Bridgeport at Regency Furniture Stadium. Jesse Beal, the win, improves to 6-3, and Elvin Ramirez, the loser, fell to 3-2. LJ Hose had 3 hits, including the game-winning single in the bottom of the 9th. Luis Allen, his 3rd home run for Southern Maryland. And for the Bluefish, Hernandez, his 3rd, Cuevas, his 6th, and Nina with his 2nd. Barnstormers also pick up a victory. They score 3 runs in the bottom half of the 8th inning and defeat the New Britain Bees 6-5. So again, some positive news for the Ducks. Barnstormers remain 2 games ahead of the Revolution in the Freedom Division standings. Winning pitcher was R.J. Hively, who improves to 4-0 on the year. The loser, Brandon Lee, fell to 0-2. And Anthony Carter picks up his 22nd save of the season. In the ballgame, James Skelton hit his 10th home run of the season for the Bees, had 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in the losing effort. Jovan Rosa had 3 hits and 2 RBIs as well for New Britain, and 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Sean Halton leading the way for the Barnstormers. In Sugar Land, Texas, the Patriots still lead the Skeeters 2-1, top half of the 4th inning. Lucas Irvin started for Somerset, but after 2 2/3 innings, Justin Wright has now come on a pitch. Sugar Land started Mitch Talbot. He is still pitching. Cole Gillespie has the RBI thus far for Sugar Land. Kyle Roller has driven in both runs thus far for the Patriots. Yankees shut out by the Tigers at Yankee Stadium today 2-0. Jordan Zimmerman, the win, improved to 7-8. Masahiro Tanaka, the loser, fell to 8-10, and Shane Green picked up his 2nd save of the year. No homers on either side in that one. Meanwhile, the Mets have allowed 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They now trail the Rockies 5-0, top of the 4th. Tyler Chatwood on the mound for the Rockies and Chris Flexen on the mound for the Mets. A home run off the bat of Carlos Gonzalez for the Rockies, his 7th of the season. So that has helped the Rockies take a 5-0 lead. No score in halftime of the MLS All-Star game between the MLS All-Stars and Real Madrid at Soldier Field in Chicago. So, a very tough series here for the Ducks. They take the opening game in 10 innings, 10-7, but drop the next 2, 11-2 and 4-3. They will head back home and hope that playing in their home ballpark can get them some more wins. So Long Island certainly will have a big series coming up against the Bluefish and hope to gain ground on the team that currently sits in first place in the Liberty Division standings here in the second half. Ducks will turn to their ace tomorrow, John Brownell, who defeated the Bluefish with 5 innings of 1-run ball on Saturday, and he comes in 8-2 with a 3.20 ERA. Meanwhile, former Major League left-handed pitcher Manny Parra will take the mound for the Bluefish and the series opener as he makes his Bridgeport debut. The Ducks certainly will need to find their groove here. They do not alternate wins and losses, but tonight was a night that they wanted to since they had lost last night. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen as Alonzo Harris's 5th inning 3-run home run, the 2nd straight night he hits one, will give the Revolution a 4-3 win tonight and the series victory. That'll do it for us tonight here at PeoplesBank Park and for this 6-game road trip. Once again, the final score, the Ducks fall to the Revolution 4-3. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when these two teams return to when the Ducks return to Bethpage Ballpark, and when they open up a 4-game series with the crosstown rival Bridgeport Bluefish. Our pregame show will begin at 6:20. The first pitch at 6:35. You can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday night with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, and we'll do it all over again on Thursday evening from Long Island. Good night and so long from PeoplesBank Park.